Can I get some whiskey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Logan needs a whiskey.
I'd like some whiskey if there's
Logan needs a whiskey.
Caitlin, if you could please facilitate some alcohol.
Risky.
Damn.
A little risky.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere here. I know I was late, Liam. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I've been sat here and entertaining.
They were texting me. They said you're really fired up and you were telling some good stories. Thank you, Dylan.
I've got a lot of stories to tell.
I'm so excited, dude.
This is great.
We just had a sick panel too.
Oh yeah.
Is there sound? Is it working? I will cry if it works when I tell you. You need to be an audio engineer to use a Mac. You could literally hear it. What do you mean you can't hear me? Wait, no, you can hear me. That's a troll. It has to be a troll because it's picking up. It says it's picking up. Guys, it's, you have to, so for the Windows girlies, you just literally go desktop audio, boop. Here you have to install a proprietary software. Then you need to create a dual output. Then you need to take that dual output and run it through OBS Labs, and then you can record your desktop audio. It's actually ridiculous, to be honest. I'm trying not to like low-key be a Karen about a live stream. So now it's just called nothing, which is sick. I should need to edit this really quick. Just so people actually watch this. And not spell it wrong this time, right? Hopefully. Right. So now we have a title. Okay. So, people are coming in. Wait a couple of minutes. Now that I know that it's working and I can stop almost crying, because that's where I was because that's where I was at for a second. Yeah, like, I got the Mac to try. I'm definitely going to return it. I actually hate this so much. Especially because I like computers. I don't know, like, the fact that I had to do, like, a full proprietary software and then, like, run it through the settings and the system and then run it through OBS took 3 steps, like, 3 separate things I had to put together. While, like, on my Dell, I just went desktop audio and then mute my microphone, and that's literally it. It's like, all right, what I wanted to do, look, I have all of this, like, me looking up stuff. Oh my god. Okay, what I do want to do though is I want to start with some Liam Payne Slander TikToks. Let me, okay. That's where we're going to start because I want to get... Can you stop? Can I not pause it? And then... Oh my god. Just for a second, mute that. Now I have to go back to my liked TikToks. Also, by the way, guys, I swear, because I know that there's an OnlyJS TikTok that's going to come up. That's a jump scare. It's not actually their TikTok that I'm liking. It's the someone roasting them. So here's the problem though now, right? Let me get rid of this because it's all scaled funny. I am going to add little window. Capture. Healing the world with comedy. Here we go. Alright. The scaling was all goofy. Let me just fill the screen and then put me in the front. Because I'm the star of the sister show. Sister, using sister like that's also a jump scare, I know. Alright. So, besties, it is time to... I have so much stuff open now because I have to be a sound engineer to make this work. So, so I'm trying not to be sad. Here's my... Okay. So, we're going to watch... Wait. She's just charging people for 2 drinks. Okay, Sky Girl. I'm interested, but I'm also trying to be a NASA employee right now for how I have to use this Mac because I'm literally so confused. Okay, so we're going to... I have to remind me to unmute the site because I'm a boomer. I want to start with my favorite person making Zayn Malik slander TikToks. Also, again, shout out Lawyer Dad. Also, there's Aerith Girl. I love her TikToks also. And there's little Just a Journalist on YouTube. Obsessed. See, now I lost it. Oh, here we go. This is the one we were trying to watch last time. And I couldn't get it to work. Now, I'm gonna girl boss this one. So the problem is, can I not make this any bigger? Shout out to TikTok, period. Interesting. You see how it wiggles around. All right, unmute the site. You ready?
Touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline. What are you doing? If you don't stop those hands, touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline, right now, there's a high likelihood that you'll never use them again. And I'm POV.
See, the only issue is now I can't hear it. It seems like y'all can hear it, but then I can't hear it. So now it's like, am I just gonna like watch the whole interview with like, the, like lip reading? Because that's what it feels like.
Karaoke. Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me.
Do you guys still hear that when I played it the second time? Because if we did, then we're good to go. We are still in the trenches. It was... But did you hear it the second time? Please, God. Please, God, tell me you heard it the second time. Because that means I can hear it. Just put on your own stream. Yeah, the problem is that it's going to be really behind. So, it's... Okay, never mind. We got it to work. It's working now. It's fine. So, the other thing I just learned is you cannot exit out of the sound thing. Or it's resets, which is also super sick and very cool of Apple to do, period. Okay, so we're going to get right into the video. We're going to watch the Liam Payne Impaulsive interview together because there's no more wasting time because I finally figured it out. And we're going to react and we're going to talk about life as a One Direction stan. I'm going to put this on 1.5 because it's cringe and I want to get through this as fast as possible in the sense of that it's very long. So, I'm actually going to skip... We're also going to skip all his ads because I'm not sponsored. So, let me know if that's good with y'all because I don't want to... Where's what we're going to do? Does that sound like a plan? Heyo! Okay, period. Okay. Yeah, buying a Mac at like 8 p.m. last night and then being like, I can stream tomorrow is just not the tea I've learned just now. So... Period. Let's get into it.
We do it? I mean, look, my co-host's not here. We completely got ditched. We just got off a panel at VCon. Hey, what are you drinking?
A little whiskey.
Can I get some whiskey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Logan needs a whiskey.
I like some whiskey if there's
Logan needs a whiskey.
Caitlin, if you could please facilitate some alcohol.
Risky.
Damn.
A little risky.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere here. I know I was late, Liam. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I've been sat here and entertaining.
They were texting me. They said you're really fired up and you were telling some good stories. Thank you, Dylan.
I've got a lot of stories to sell.
I'm so excited, dude.
Great.
We just had a sick panel too.
Oh yeah.
You and I. I mean, you were there.
Oh, you were on. Oh, okay. I thought you
I was on
on another panel.
I know, you and I.
So you guys are gonna notice that his whole demeanor is very, very, very bizarre. Like, he's being like a cringe bro guy. He's like whiskey. He's being a cringe bro guy, but at the same time, he's dressed like a university professor. And he's trying to come off like this with this like strong vibrato. That's what those TikToks were about, with the like, you're gonna catch these heads, like this guy, because he's been making like a ton of Liam Payne TikToks, and I've been obsessed. Excuse me, and they're all themed around like the hands. I can't play that one because that has copyrighted music, but like some of these are so funny.
It says, not a fan, I just want fame. That is me. Liam, why are you covering your hands though? I know why you're covering your hands, because if you don't, there's a high chance you'll never use them again. Oh, but seriously, it's become a problem. This is a problem. We need to stop. You lot are egging me on. It's your fault. I've not stopped making videos about it because of you lot. Liam, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Liam, get your hands out. Don't do it. Niall Horan, slow hands. Liam, did you co-write the song? And Liam, did you throw him up against the wall? I can't stop. I can't stop.
So we have to get into the lore. So I wanted to show that because I wanted to describe that there's going to be like lore that we have to learn, which you'll learn from this interview. That's essentially regarding like, apparently Liam tried to like fight, like something threw him against a wall out of One Direction or whatever, and then he tried to be threatening. That's why I wanted to establish the bro vibrato that he has going on, which is like super cringe.
I was the one to your left at VCon on stage.
My scooter brother.
We scootered in. Can we start, by the way?
Yes, that's true.
Caleb, we've been rolling. Yeah. Real loose start to the day.
Loose off the goose.
I think it's because the Chick-fil-A just arrived. George is just standing there eating it. You know, it's fine. You don't have to participate.
I'm gonna wait to eat.
I'm all good, man.
Alright, you probably healthy.
Guys,
Does he look like he eats fucking Chick-fil-A, bro?
Yeah,
Dude,
you're a stud in real life, bro. You look great. I mean, you look good in the photos, but
I'm gonna start over. Hey, guys, welcome back to Impaulsive, the number one podcast in the world. Thank you guys for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. We are here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, with Liam Payne.
Holy shit.
Liam.
Also, if it's too fast for anyone to understand, let me know. I just like don't want to watch this in like regular speed. But we could do that too if you want to. So May said, Liam reminds me of one of my uni profs who dressed like Shakespeare and acts like one of the cool kids laid back in his podcast. Yeah, it's a lot to witness. It gets worse too. That's the other problem. So trigger warning, Liam Payne. Also, quickly, I want to say hi to people too. Hello, Sky. Hello, May. Hello, and Lana and everybody after the whole disaster that was me trying to set this up before. So, let's continue.
Liam Payne.
Thank you.
That's cool.
Yes.
That's One Direction.
You never know
Show
whether
off.
to cheer for yourself at that point. I've been caught in that position a few times. Like, fuck it, sometimes I do cheer for
Yeah,
myself. Why not?
bro, you deserve some cheers.
Thanks, man.
People were cheering for you at VCon.
Yeah, that was good.
It was. By the way, I'm seeing some feedback on Twitter
What do you
regarding.
think? Let's go to the viewers.
Took a screenshot of one of the tweets I saw. Why did I? Wow.
You gotta be careful you don't have it in the wrong folder there.
Okay, you ready? Here's the tweet. Austin Hurwitz said, "Don't let preconceived biases shut you off from opportunities and experiences. Happy.
Okay, wait, besties, do you know what VCon is? Because you're not going to like what VCon is if you don't know what it is. You ready for this? Multi-day experience where only V-Friends token holders will get to experience an extraordinary lineup of content. I need to know why no one has talked about the fact that he's going to Gary V's crypto convention. Are you serious? Yeah. Oh my god. How do you go from the most popular boy band of all time, who makes my favorite albums ever? I can't lie to you. I'm still obsessed, but I'm a Zayn Malik stan, by the way, because I have taste. You're going to get... I'm not going to asthma attack. You're going to Gary V's convention You're really gonna do that? We're actually having an asthma moment because as soon as I coughed, I realized I need this. But like, you went from One Direction to Gary Vee. YouTube, it's not a vape, it's an asthma inhaler. But, oh my god, bro.
I opened myself up to listening to Liam Payne and Logan Paul speak today at VCon. To my surprise, the most human conversation I've sat in on here in Minneapolis.
Wow.
Whoa. I mean, there was a lot of big words. I understood some of them. That was amazing. It was a great turnaround.
It was good, right?
But she hated us. I'm joking.
She did. Yeah,
She doesn't anymore.
prior. No, we won Austin over. But dude, thanks for coming on Impaulsive. Number one podcast in the world. That's a fact. Why would I lie about something like that? We've been trying to get you on, I think, for some time now. We've been crossing circles, and I understand you have sat here before I walked in. I was late, 5 minutes late. So sorry. And you almost saw Quavo at a club or something. Did I miss a story that happened? Like what?
Wait, I'm sorry, what? Wait, what? Hold on. This is great.
Okay, this is wild. Are we going straight in with that?
I mean,
That's what we're
please,
gonna lead with.
yeah, please leave it.
Well, we were at Neon Carnival. I was a little bit wasted. I had a good time. And I had a small table in the back somewhere that I was kind of chilling on. And my manager was having a conversation with somebody about like moments in life when you can't back down. And then suddenly this moment happened where all these rappers jumped on my table. And I was over a fence away, but when I turned around, my table was full. And I'm like, who are these guys? Yeah. So I had my shirt off and whatever, and I was all drunk and stuff. So I just thought, screw it, I'm going to vault the bar or whatever. So I vaulted over and landed right in the middle of everyone. And everyone's looking at me in a security looking
by
at me. And I'm like,
yourself?
yeah, I'm like, well, I was with him.
Okay.
And he was, I think this is probably his proudest moment that I stuck my guard to my guard on this one. But I turned around and I was like, everyone was all like really like super chill, whatever.
Okay, so here's the other thing. I want to mention this. There's speculation that there's like pretty intense addiction issues with Liam Payne, and a lot of this podcast he talks about a lot of heavy drinking and stuff, but not in a way that's like comprehensive of like being aware of anything, more so in the way that like he's in the midst of the issue right now. There's also allegations that he publicly cheated on his fiance, who's like my age. Which, if you want to know how young I am in comparison to Liam Payne, I was singing One Direction songs from their first album at the lunch table in my grade 6 lunchroom. So, yeah. And that's like his pregnant fiance or something like that. I don't know if she's pregnant, but I heard she was pregnant, but I don't know if that's true. Yeah, so that's what we're getting into. So I guess like content warning for like a lot of like talk about drinking and stuff, because there's something going on with him. A lot of people think that hi Jazz and hi Emily, by the way, that there's an idea that there's a lot of issues that he's having that he's kind of perpetuating to like cover up like that he's having these scandals as of late. So
I was like being really annoying. So I was like slapping people in the back to say hi, but like really firm. Like, good to see you, bro. Like, how you doing? Like, you don't want to sit by me sort of situation. And then I know it's Quavo. And I'm like, oh, we've sold a billion records together. How you doing? He's like, oh yeah, good to see you. Not that's how Quavo talks. He probably says like,
Yeah.
You know. And yeah, I mean, it was just a really weird, funny situation, but it could have gone completely AWOL because I decided to vault the barrier.
Because
I also want to mention that because I just realized that like some say you're not even a 90s baby. No, my 22nd birthday is actually at the end of this month. Poggers. Sorry. Yeah, so my 22nd birthday is on the 24th this month. So, I don't know. Tweet me smiley faces on the 24th. Liam is the most Chad out of all of them, I think. Definitely, because, like, Zayn gives, like, Chad aesthetic sometimes, but he's, like, dark and mysterious. I was born after 9/11, if y'all want to... Oh, my God, yeah. So, Keemstar's type, allegedly. The fact that his fiance found out he's cheating on him, fan pages tagging her in the photo... Yeah, that's actually my worst nightmare. If I ever get cheated on by whoever I'm with, like, send me a text. Don't tag me in an Instagram post, please, God. That's actually my worst nightmare.
They know, right? They didn't know, and also when I'm
Some random white dude with his shirt off.
Well, you're pretty recognizable. Like, a lot of people know who
This
you
is
are.
an interesting conversation. I often think that when I meet someone, I expect them not to know who I am before I go there. And I always feel like I have to... You sometimes have these awkward conversations with people where, like, you say your name and then they don't kind of click onto who you are. And it's like, do I bother to go to the next level to explain to you who I am? Or does it really matter in this situation?
You shouldn't. I think if anyone assumes that no one knows who you are, it's like a good baseline level of humility. You know?
Exactly.
And I want to say that my also first interaction with you yesterday, you had your shirt off.
You did, yeah.
And looked like he was ready to fall over a
like
fence.
I don't know. I was quite a big guy a few months ago, so I'm going to celebrate.
No, as you should. It was just an interesting juxtaposition now than seeing you today wearing a polo.
And still nude somehow. You know, it still could be like camouflage.
Yeah, not, I wasn't checking you out or anything, but you're in great shape.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
They're literally talking about Liam Payne's boobies. Men. That was a joke. For all intents and purposes, that was a joke. All I'm saying is, drink water to all the girls that were never Liam Payne stans. Drinks for me. Drinks for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in training at the moment. In the UK, we play this game called Soccer Aid, and it's a bunch of professional soccer players like Ronaldinho's played in the past, and mixed with celebrities. So I'm the captain of the England team currently at the moment, who's never kicked a football in his life, by the way.
I was going to ask
I've had to
you-
learn for 3 months. So you know, you were saying earlier about like projects that come along. I find my life is a lot like that. Like I ended up designing for Hugo Boss, and that wasn't part of the thing. I did an underwear commercial for them. I did this, I did that, and that's kind of why like jumping into football and stuff. It's like for me, I get to play a role for a certain amount of months. I put my arse into everything that I do. So I mean, I train like I train twice a day, 6 times a week. You know, it's crazy to learn how to play football. So hopefully, I'm something half decent and earn a captaincy.
Well, it's really cool now watching your career.
Jazz has a good point. Like, what are British Chads? Is it still Chad? Is it a bloke? Liam haters never lose. I know he gives us so much fodder. Like, we never stop eating, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually so bad.
Because you get to do things like this, and you had such a fast, explosive, and global come up. So you were part of One Direction, probably the biggest boy band of all time, and has yet to be replicated. Like I don't know if there's besides like the K-pop.
Yeah, I
bands,
think some of the K-pop bands have kind of reignited the thing. I mean, obviously we had 5 Seconds of Summer as well. That did pretty well. I mean, if I was to explain to you, we talk about One Direction for a second, like what I think about how One Direction happened, because I've never really spoken about this before.
My ad block isn't on yet. I forgot to install it. Ugh. I'm just gonna do that. That's my bad. Oh god, I have to give Logan Paul money. I forgot to install the ad block. I did this when I used to use Firefox on my Windows computer too. It's a lad. I believe it's a cheeky lad. I was gonna say, it'd be a bloke, but is that just what they call people? Yeah, I think it's bloke also. Okay. Yeah. While this plays, thank you for all the happy early birthday messages. Even though I just had to buy a new laptop because mine died and it's taking 5 weeks to repair, and I don't even like the one I replaced it with. So, could have had better days. Like I said, tweet me a smiley face on my birthday. It's on the 24th.
Worldwide Twitter trends had just started when we went on the show. So every night the UK would kick up the action on One Direction. It would become a trend in the UK, but then it would trend worldwide. And then people around the world would go, oh, what is this? And then they would click on, and then they find people that like the same thing they like, and da-da-da-da. So I actually think it was a perfect storm scenario of technology mixed with something that was, I mean, I don't want to say we were very good on the show because we were very put together on the show. We got very good at what we did. But it made this land wave of fans. And for me, while I was in there, the biggest thing to ever come out of Xfactor was a band called JLS. And they were very big in the UK. So when we got where we got to, I thought, oh, we'll be just like JLS, like we'll be big in the UK. And then like we started closing down streets in the UK, and like one little girl like broke a leg by crossing the road, and they would close down streets and stuff. I thought, okay, this is getting a little bit strange. I'm like 16 years old, right? So I thought, I know what I'll do. If it gets too big, I'll move to Australia. And then the very next day after Xfactor, right, you're going to Australia, and my name had already beat me there. And that's when I knew I was like, oh, okay, this is where we're gonna go next. No, where's the escape button? There's no,
No, then you just took off. I mean,
that's it.
I mean, it also the product that you guys make.
There's no escape from the Hot Girl One Direction fans. By Hot Girl One Direction fans, I mean me. No, that was a bit much. Also, want to know, did anybody else buy the Paint by Zayn collection? Because Zayn Malik released... I'm going to plug him because Liam Payne is awful to him in this podcast. So, it's a bunch of, like, collections of his art that he's, like, selling on, like, merchandise. I bought some stuff, to be honest, because I'm a stan of talented mans. Also, it's giving himbo, which I'm kind of obsessed with. So, if anyone wants to match me in the future, I bought this one. And I got the notebook. So, I also really like the crew neck, but I didn't have like 70 Canadian dollars for it. Actually, I like all of this stuff. This is also like a really cute hoodie, and this is a really nice color. Regardless, like, it's also all original art that he made, which I think is really neat. But yeah, I have the notebook as well, which I'll be using for something, who knows. I like notebooks, so. Yeah, I want to plug that because you'll see it becomes relevant when he starts like just absolutely tearing this guy to, like just tearing Zane to shreds for like no reason.
And I think like any like rapid expansion always falls back. Rapid expansion falls back on how the quality of the product that's being delivered. Your music was fucking fantastic. Your music now is fantastic. You're very talented. I saw you perform last night with Steve Aoki.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it's been, I say on my solo career, the one thing I've struggled with is writing for myself. And I think I've just figured that out in the last few weeks with the project that I want to do. But in the band, it was kind of fun to write. You were almost jumping through hoops, and it's kind of like we let the first album go by. I think I wrote a couple of songs on the first album. But once you knew what the people wanted, it's very easy to redo it again, and you know the hoops you have to jump through, right? And the one thing we did very clever in One Direction, if you go back and listen to the albums now, is that every time we made a new album, we slightly turned the influence of rock up, slightly turned the influence, to the point where on the fifth album, you know, I had the main singer from the Eagles message Nyla, be like, that's the best song you've ever written, and it was one of the songs that we wrote. Wow. You know, I mean, the amazing things, and this is what was nice for me at the end to become an accomplished rock star, because you want to be in a boy band, but you don't want to be in a boy band that's cheesy, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of makes you edge away from it a little bit, not to say. But for us, we became like a solidified rock band purely because of the peers around us, and being people like Eddie Vedder, being, you know, what's his face in the Eagles. It's like they actually gave us props for what we did.
I have a question. When they grouped you guys in the Xfactor, it was Xfactor. Did you know?
I've ruined everything. Liam.
Sorry. Okay, I have a question for you guys. That's what I wanted to do, and I clicked on the wrong window because I don't know how to use this computer. I'm gonna make a poll. Oh, Zane's my favorite because my family are immigrants too. Zane's my favorite because of his vocal talent is actually insane. So we're gonna do best One Direction album. I don't want to include the fifth one, but I will for prosperity's purposes. So there's only 4 options. So what we'll do is we'll do Take Me Home / my French keyboard's on. Oh no. That's what I'll do. Take Me Home or Up All Night. Can I fit it all? Oh, I can. Okay. Take Me Home or Up All Night will be the same option. Then Midnight Memories. And then 4 and Made in the AM. If you want a really good Zayn Malik song, for like to see what his vocal talents are like, if you guys don't know, I'll pin this comment for a bit. The song is called River Road. It's on Spotify and Apple Music and stuff. It's on his most recent album called, ironically enough, Nobody Is Listening. And I'll pin that also. All right.
Liam Payne, I'm sorry.
No nipple tickle there.
Liam, it was so far away from
He's
me.
about to vault over the table.
I don't know how often you're dealing with microphones, but it was like.
Am I too far? Am I close enough now?
Personally, I like hearing you
It's
in
like
my
little
ear.
ASMR.
I like hearing you right just in my skull. So
Okay.
perfect.
So,
Hey, today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. Live events are finally back. We're excited, whether it's football, baseball,
No. Also, I need headphones like this. Like these fancy ones. I want I always call them the Marques Brownlee headphones, which are like those like noise canceling Sony ones. Those look really nice.
pretended to be.
manufactured.
Yeah, I thought it was fake. So my question is, if you're showing it is real. So like, when you met the other members of the band, were you like, oh fuck this, bro? Or you like,
No. I'll be honest with you. When I met the other members of the band, I mean, as a kid, I didn't really have a tremendous amount of friends. I wasn't used to like rowdy guys, and I kind of hung around with my dad a lot. I'm honest with you. My dad was the reason that I went on the show. But I'd already been on the show 2 years prior to the band being made. And what happened when I was on the show the first time? I went on and I sang, and I got from 180,000 people down to the last 24. So it's a step before like you're like making it. And Simon kicked me off. And then the weirdest thing happened. All the contestants were Simon had dinner with me and my mom. And the manager of One Direction was at that dinner, but he also worked around Xfactor for a very long time. I know this is a high conspiracy theory. So we had dinner, and Simon was like, "I'm really sorry I had to let you go. I didn't want to let you go, but you have to go and get your education and come back in 2 years." And at this point, I was really mad at Simon because I thought I beat the kid that got through. I was like, I know that I did, you know, sorry to that kid. Well, not sorry.
Where is that kid now? Where is he?
He has a nice life. So then 2 years later, I spent 2 years of my life going around singing everywhere from stadiums, myself being the Wolf Stadium, like the football stadium I grew up in, to old people's homes, to like in pubs, like whatever, to the point where at the start of it I was getting paid so much money that I'd never seen money like it before because we didn't have any money when I was a kid, and so it was amazing. And then towards the end of it, through my dad.
My friend Emma, where does this guy fall in the 1D ranking? Liam's the worst one. Am I right, ladies? I am right. Liam Payne sucks. I've actually never liked Liam, really. I don't know why. I guess because I don't know. I'm an oracle. Who knows? But this is the 5th best member of One Direction. Yep. Over again, my favorite one is Right Now, which is actually not that popular of a song, but like Zayn Malik hits this like really beautiful high note in every one of the choruses, and it makes my brain itch in like the best way humanly possible.
Dad's drive and my drive. The car ride to the venue would be more than I'd be getting paid in fuel to go and sing, but my dad would take me and do that anyway. So I've seen fame go up, and then I've also been in places where I've been ridiculed, where I was in a McDonald's once with the girl I was with at the time, and like everybody in the city knew who I was, so I got to take a bite out of a fucking burger, and then this guy just goes, Xfactor reject, and the whole fucking thing goes. So I'm like, 15 years old, no security. I've tried to do something, I haven't done it, but because I haven't moved, now I'm up for people recruiting me. Anyway, fast forward. I go on the show, and it's very obvious on Xfactor who's going to do well because the cameras follow you all the time. And I became like everyone's nemesis at like boot camp, which was a really weird place to be because like, oh, that's the kid that was on before and whatever. So
I can see that it's lagging a little bit, at least on my Streamlabs. I don't know how to fix that. And the fact that you're even getting sound, I feel like that's the best we're going to do today. Like, BRB driving to McDonald's. Can everyone give their McDonald's order to Emily, please? Jinkies, give them their McDonald's order. I would like a McDouble and a hot fudge ice cream, please.
I had a lot of that sort of stuff. I'm still only 16, by the way. So I myself wouldn't have put me through, if I'm honest with you. I don't think I was good enough for the standard of what it was. I think I landed perfectly where I was. We got kicked off, all of us, and then me and Niall were about to go and get the train in Houston, and this woman came running behind us and was like, yo, like, please come back, the judges want to speak to you. And they'd already done this to me once, so I was like, what the, are you going to mess with my emotions some more? Like, I'm already crazy enough, thank you very much. I'm not sure I need this. And then they stood there and picked us out, and they picked a girl band out at the same time. And from what I've heard is that, like, part of the reason One Direction was made was because of Simon's promise to me that in 2 years, I'll make this work for you.
Wow.
So he kind of started with my face and then worked around the rest. I've never told the story before.
You were the inception.
I was the honorary member of One Direction, yes. And he told me that story himself in his house.
Wow.
How are the rest of the people?
So here's the first point of contention that the fans had. And this is going to get me instantly canceled because... So Liam's saying... So what happened was when... So I can't remember what year anything happened. Like 2008 or something like that. Liam went on Xfactor alone. And he got kicked off right before... There's like this little like vacation house thing they all go to at some point. He got kicked off either right at the beginning of that or right when it ended. And so he didn't make like the final like 20 whatever, right? And Simon Cowell, I feel like on the show too, said come back, right? And he did. And he actually made the cut right away. Like in regards to like the audition, like Liam's one of the only auditions that of the One Direction boys that was like cleared right from the gate. Niall only got in because of Katy Perry. So if you want to thank anybody for One Direction, it's Katy Perry. Niall's is the one where he almost didn't get through. Like it was literally like Katy Perry being like, I don't think you should, but I kind of want you to. So anyways, after Liam got kicked off in the first time, he came back the second time, and then they were getting kicked off again. And then instead, Simon Cowell formed One Direction. And Liam is saying here that the idea was to propel Liam into fame so that he could have a solo career at some point, is essentially what he's saying. I actually do agree with this as a concept. Like, I think that it's true. Because of Simon's kind of want for him to come back and how much he cleared the return audition, I do kind of think there's truth to this. A lot of people don't. I think a lot of people were taking it as him taking credit for the whole band's existence or success, which I don't think is true. But I do think it was kind of the idea of building up a group around him. Also, I am jealous of you having the same birthday as Katy Perry.
I gotta preface this question, by the way. I'm old. I'm like 90, bro. So for me, like my my boy bands are like Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like so like Dylan's been like briefing me, and of course I know you guys.
Mike's just a boomer, like low key. Like every time he talks, I'm just like, girl.
have crushed it. But how did they choose the rest of the group?
That bit I don't know.
Got it.
That bit I don't know. I should ask my ex-partner actually, because she was part of the choosing of that. She was there on that day. Yeah, I don't know how they chose the rest of them, but I mean, they made the right choices. You know, it's crazy. And to see where we got to now. I mean, the very first time I met them, I was like, this was not aired on TV, and I don't know why I did this, but there was just something inside me that I had to just put my flag in the sand early. But I've been doing this. This was my last chance to do what I do, and I've been doing this for a very long time now. And I've experienced all of it, and like the guys who were behind me have literally just jumped on the show, and now they're going through. So I was like, can I have 5 minutes to decide? This was just before One Direction was made. So I went out, I called my dad. I was like, this is weird. I know I just told you I'm out, but they want to put me in a boy band. Like, what do you think about it? He said, well, you can either be 100% of nothing or 1/5 of something. And I thought, very clever, Jeffrey. So I went outside and I said, yeah, I'm in. But you know what? It's like I say, I wasn't used to like rowdy guys and whatever else. And like,
Were the boys rowdy?
Yeah, particularly a couple of them, yeah.
Which ones?
Like, Louis was wild.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the playback speed down because I think that might be. I'm realizing I don't have my like 6-core i7 and graphics card anymore, so I really need to calm down with this computer. Like I think I'm just running it a little bit too hard because I'm used to my Windows computer that I had before.
Louis was wild, and he wanted to be wild, and that's his spirit. And also, he's my best mate now. But in the band, we hated each other. Like to come to blows, hate each other. Like it was close. But he's like, his journey than mine was a little bit different. I was.
Oh, sorry. What makes a band a boy band? I feel like the answer is men/boys. They're also all teenagers, so I suppose that would make them boys. I'm not like other boys. I'm a soft boy. Yeah, Louis always gave me weird vibes. I'm not taking that back. Oh, I was a Louis stan when I was a kid. Like when I was like 11. Okay, Take Me Home. Okay. Take Me Home Yearbook Edition is my super toxic main character trait album. I cannot lie to you. Like, I literally listened to it last night with just like a shit-eating grin on my face. Like, face down in a squishmallow. Like, mildly inebriated. It was very iconic.
Gifted every week with the fact that I got to sing the first verse, because my job was, because I'd done so many gigs before, they'd send me out to sing with a camera of 20 million people watching with the red light on, and I wouldn't freeze. And then everybody else would go, it's okay, it started.
That's crazy how you have like roles that you fulfill.
Yeah.
Each member of the
And they
band, I
change.
assume.
They
Okay,
change,
okay.
And then and what you find in bands is whoever's not singing so much will find their voice behind the stage. And Louis did find his voice behind stage, and he found his voice later on in the rest of the albums. And I would happily say now, without him doing that, even though sometimes it was the absolute death of me, he made all the right choices that I wouldn't have made. So it's like the weirdest thing ever. It was me leading the band from the front on stage and making sure everybody's in the right position and stuff. There's him from behind the stage making critical decisions on what songs we do, whereas I'm like, I don't even know if I like this song or not. But he knew what we should be. He knew what he wanted to identify as. And, that's why he's out on tour at the moment as well. So hats off to him. And I know you wouldn't mind me saying any of this, but he was crucial, even without the singing at the start.
You said you took almost blows at each other, but was that... Oh, sorry.
Welcome to the
What's up with you
podcast,
and
man.
mics?
Well, you've been doing it on the past.
I'm so sorry.
So he's essentially saying that because Louis wasn't as good of a singer as him, that he had to do, like, stage role stuff. Which, like... it's, I don't know, kind of cringe. What's Louis up to? Louis has an album called Walls. I actually kind of like it, to be honest. I actually liked it way more than I thought I would, if I'm going to be honest. And he's touring right now on a world tour. His sister and his mom passed away within, like, a year or two of each other, which was really hard. And his album talks about it a lot. Now he's on a world tour, I think, with, like, smaller shows. Because Harry Styles is also, like, doing a tour. But way smaller shows. But still touring all the same. And, yeah. Excuse me. If Louis Tomlinson came to my city, I'd go. That's all I'm saying. I might peek around, actually, because maybe he will.
Because you don't have headphones on.
Yeah.
Hey, before you ask that question, miss the Emery Hotel plug again for the 12th fucking
We
time.
suck.
Great hotel, Emery Hotel, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thanks for having me.
they're
That might
everywhere.
even be marble.
My question is, was the beef between you guys and Justin Bieber?
Whoa, just Roland said, fuck the whole discussion.
You're out of control.
And just, I like it.
No, I really want to know
me and
because
Louis,
I've always wanted to know.
No. So what happened would be, I mean, listen, this stuff just happens anyway, right?
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. So May's saying that she doesn't remember Liam being the center. You unfortunately have to give him that, because if you go like this, and we go One Direction Xfactor, this is going to be really hard because a lot of the songs are copyrighted. So, I'm going to have to oh God. It's going to be some clever maneuvering. Is my mic still? Yeah, my mic's still on. Okay, because it's muted. So, because I'm gonna have to do some clever scrubbing to not get my whole entire stream claimed, because that's how that works for some reason. Do they have when he actually performs? Oh, that's the boot camp. Oh my god. Why am I such a boomer, bruh? Xfactor journey first. Here we go. Oh my god, they're so wholesome and adorable. It's actually ridiculous. Okay, that is actually so loud on my end. I don't know if it's loud for you guys, but yeah, look right away. You see Liam, right?
I used to rule the world.
You can see by the stage setup too, right? He's the center. I don't know much about staging. My friend Emma's in the chat. She did theater, so she could probably tell you a little bit more than me. But you can tell just by what he looks like in comparison, right? So you have he's centered, he's forward. You can see that they're all behind him, and he's also like dressed in the most kind of like pulling way. Does anyone remember Harry Styles' Infinity Scarf era? So if we go like this, center, panned on him. Oh, Dad. Wait, I want to hear what he sounds like. 1 second. I have to know. Oh my god, I forgot how bad the Xfactor microphones are. They're so trash. But now it's panned to Zayn because they're halfway through the song and you got a little baby Niall there. But yeah, like it's typically shifted to Zayn, which is interesting, but it's typically centered around Liam. I remember it was like a huge meme on Xfactor that like Zayn can't dance. Like he's like stiff. Oh, but yeah. We're here too. You're centered around Liam, right? And if we go to trigger warning, Liam jump scare. Centered around Liam. Starts with Liam. Right? And then you have Harry on the beach. There were so many weird, like, zoomed in beach shots on the first album's music videos. It was actually kind of bizarre. But yeah, it's like, this was the guy. Unfortunately. So, this is how it be. But yeah, he's not wrong, is what I'm trying to prove here. I want to be in defense to some extent.
Right, so we had a similar thing with the Wanted, and with the Bieber one, I think it was me, and we used to go back to the hotel, and I'd get absolutely wasted, and we used to play this game called Ring of Fire with a card. You draw a card, each card means something, whatever else. You know, we do absolutely. I mean, I fire extinguished someone's room with a powder fire extinguisher, and he was orange for like 8 weeks. And so one night I was like on Instagram Live at the same time, and like I was drunk at the time when I said it, and I was like, someone said something about Justin Bieber to me or whatever, and I wasn't even meaning to offend him. I wanted to offend them, and this is where this can go wrong if you start fighting people online for no reason.
100%.
I was like, well, I mean, the only thing between me and him is I haven't been arrested. So then it started some like beef thing.
That's
about whatever,
so late. That's
right?
light.
That
That
shot's
is light.
fired,
So then it
bro.
starts
No,
to
it's
be-
fucked up, man.
No, it's not.
Coming at my boy Biebs like that? I'm just kidding.
Bro, I'm a smooth criminal. I don't get arrested for anything.
Doesn't get caught.
That's not good. But yeah, it's a lot of, he's just so cringe. I don't know. He's just cringe. Also, I love the One Direction stands in here being like, I made collages. I'm obsessed. Yeah, Harry Styles became the face down the line because of his like persona. People found him to be very attractive and stuff like that. I can't lie to you. That was never me. I've never been a Harry Styles person. To this day, I don't think he's necessarily, like, I don't think he's bad. I do think he's a little bit overhyped to compare to the other ones, but that's just me. Like, I think Louis was more interesting as a person, and I find Zayn was more talented vocally. The charisma of Harry Styles, like, Harry Styles wears dress, cool, but, like, so did Young Thug, you know what I'm saying? So, didn't Young Thug get arrested, though? Maybe that's not the best example, but you know what I mean. Like,
and so started these things. Then everybody started getting a bit like, you see each other at award shows, and obviously like, we're boys in a band, you're like a boy, you know, not in a band, so it makes sense that we should hate each other, right? Yeah. So like, and obviously our fan base is cross-generate, so it's actually as much the fans pushing this boundary as you are. Yeah. So I thought, you know what, screw it. We're at the show. The boys in my trailer are getting a bit rowdy. I don't want to see any violence, man. So I thought, I bring Matthew McConaughey. I thought I'll just go and say hello to him. So I knocked on his door, went and had a chat with him, and I was just like. We started talking, and it was in a different place in Bieber's head at this point. He'd come through all of the, you know, skirting around in Lamborghinis on the thing, you know, all that stuff. Oh yeah. He'd grown as a person, and literally, it was sitting with him and having that conversation, and I was like, dude, he's like, I've always felt for you. I said, number one, I've done all the things that you've done, and I've never been caught for any of them, so that's number one. Yeah. Number two, is that legal if I say that? Am I now caught for doing something? I never did.
No. We're talking about statute of limitations.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think what One Direction did is not super comparable. I find, in my humble opinion, I feel like that's a bit cocky because Justin didn't seek fame in the way that they did. Like, they literally went on a singing show to be famous. Justin was way younger, and he did it all by himself. In his, like, way formative years, and he was kind of the first person to do it from, like, an internet standpoint. So I feel like it's not that comparable. I feel like what Justin dealt with was arguably much worse. But that's just me analyzing, because that's what the stream's for. That's why you're on my channel. Boo, 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 you know? The volume died. Did it not? Yep. Period. Okay, so it switched back. One sec. Sick. I love when this happens. Black hole 2 channel. Okay. No. So it's still doing that. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this. I'm loving every second of my life. Okay. Is it the drift correction that's messing it up? Sometimes, y'all, I'm obsessed with it just not working anymore. Like, it just stopped. Okay, so then Command Shift. We want sound. That's gonna hopefully open a window somewhere. Okay, this is why I am the poster girl for never buying a Mac. Because this is, like, absolutely bonkers how, like, poorly this works. So new Finder window, and then we're going to do sound. No, we want system preferences, so that's going to be down here. And then we're going to do output, this one. So let me try to open everything back up. It should be working now. Let me just see. Hopefully it does. Because I will be very upset if it doesn't. Except, can you open my other... That was weird. Okay. Let me see.
Into this business, as soon as I meet them, I'm like, look, If you want to call me, I'm not trying to like put ownership over you.
Okay, now I just can't hear it again, which is equally baller. My God. I'm just trying to be happy.
I know more than you, any of that kind of crap. All I'm saying is, if something happens, like, call me, and any help I can give you, I will give you. But if I can't, then I'll find somebody who can, basically. So it's like, trying to help each other, because we're all not. I don't want to say suffering from the same disease. It makes it sound very like sad and horrible and like whatever. But it is. We all have this thing about us that we have to live with. That's part of our fame. And I think it's better if we all stick together and start, throwing the V's at each other.
I agree. I also think a boy band versus like a solo artist, like actual brawl, would have been highly entertaining.
No, I think Bieber can hold his own, man.
Oh, I'm sure. But one on five.
I heard he could box. Like for real box.
I can see Bieber. When I watch Bieber, one, he's mastered every single instrument. He was playing drums since I was not doing that. I was banging my head off stuff when I was his age. Yeah.
You know who else calls him Bieber? Like that? My 64-year-old dad. Like, is that me? Or is that like a boomer thing to do? Like, call him Bieber specifically. Like, please, I need to know.
Crying to my mom. And then you watch him, if he picks up a hockey stick, he'll master the hockey stick. He's just one of those guys.
He's good at everything.
So I'm not going to say a thing. He probably pull out some, he was on that movie with Jackie Chan.
Oh yeah.
Karate Kid. He probably pull some flair out and just start high kicking everyone.
The shit out of each other.
Imagine that, Bieber just roundhousing everyone. Great movie. Roadhouse.
What movie in the beginning did Bieber get like brutally like? He got like shot 100 times via a machine gun.
Was it like one of those parody movies?
Yes, yeah, but they smoked
like Scary Movie or something like that.
Yeah.
So did you see him before the whole? This was after the like album show, because you guys had your own like Kanye West versus 50 Cent moment, like where it was like whose album's gonna sell more fucking copies on the release date, right?
Yeah, this is the thing. I don't even know what any of that stuff was about, because I couldn't tell you who at that point had sold and hadn't sold more.
Right.
I know for us, one of the biggest accolades I ever remember about us was having the biggest selling tour in the world for 3 years in a row.
Yeah. And
everywhere we used to go, we used to beat the record.
I went to one of those tours. Shout out to the girlies at the the On the Road Again tour in 2015. Shout out to that person in the car too. Okay. Shout out to the girlies that went to the On the Road Again tour in 2015 at the Canadian Tire Centre in Ottawa, Ontario. I was there.
In the venue, the records of this, it's like, you know what, you didn't even look at that when you were in One Direction. It was really weird actually until it finished, and like I remember being on the phone to Lou after and being like, wow, like that was really something. Like until the dust clears, you're like, you might have did a little thing.
Okay, they put more ads on their videos than me, bro. I'm not saying something. I'm just kidding. I don't put that many ads, I think. I put one every like 7-8 minutes usually. Period. Okay.
Like until the dust clears, you're like, you might have did a little thing there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was, until the dust clears, it's like you don't appreciate it for what it is, and regrettably so actually, because I wish I'd have understood it more while I was in the middle of it. But like, I mean, there was a point where, people were saying, oh, you could probably fart bar Black Sheep on a mic and it'd go to #1, and I was like, you just didn't appreciate it as much as you should have really.
Right. Tunnel vision. You were like focused, and then when you're kind of
that was it.
like...
Yes, I will be saving this stream, not the other one where I just couldn't get the audio to work for 15 minutes. That one's gonna get nuked as soon as this is done, and I'll put a thumbnail on it and everything, so you'll be like, kind of look like a normal video.
No, we never got time to celebrate. That was the one thing in One Direction that I always hated, and so I started to celebrate really early into award shows. I'd make sure I had a good time while I was there, because I knew I was gonna be on a plane to Japan and like sleeping on the floor. We used to have really big security guards, and like I literally have slept like 14 hours on the floor to Japan before and woke up on the floor and then like been greeted by 6,000 people.
So crazy, man. No, that's insane. How does a human brain comprehend something like that?
It doesn't, mate. It doesn't. I'm going to show you one picture, and I'll send it to you so you can flash it up. But it's always my favourite one. And this one, we were making our movie at the time, and I really hated the movie crew for doing it to me, because they woke me up and were like, oh, we need to do a shot with you out on the balcony here, whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do it. And they always used to ask me, because I always used to say yes. So they wake me up, and I don't know what's going on.
Humble king. What a humble king, Oh, I used to do it because I was the only one who'd agree. Also, spoiler, they don't put it on the screen with their multi-million-dollar production value. But anyways, I have you guys on the screen. Well, not you guys, but I mean like the stream finally, you know. Took a little bit of work, but when I do this on my Windows computer, it works the first time as well. So like, aren't I better than Logan Paul?
On outside because I've only just landed in this country. I've never been here before. And they go, yeah, just walk out on the balcony. I walk out on the balcony. There's 15,000 people outside the hotel. And I'm on my own, which I'm not used to. And I was like going into like severe shock. I'm like, oh my God, like what do you say? And then he's like chanting my name and I'm on my own. It was a really beautiful, lovely moment. But inside I was like, oh my God, this is terrifying. Like, if I show you the picture. So, I mean, like for most people's like big concerts, like the O2 Arena is like 19,000. This was just our hotel. And I'm sure the hotel hated us because they had to provide like ambulance services, toilets, food. Like, so that used to be everywhere we were.
Imagine being so famous that they have to give people toilets.
Dude, that's like some Beatles shit. Well, we're gonna put it on the screen. We'll flash it up there. That's insane.
Ignore my smashed up phone. I'm very clumsy.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Did you drop it vaulting over a fence with your shirt off?
To 15,000 people.
Middle of the summer.
Yeah.
You try to keep your nuts shaved.
Yeah.
Because they get hot and sweaty, right?
Sure.
How do you do it?
Well, Manscaped. Summer's coming.
Yeah.
The sun's shining. Shirts are.
No. Manscaped, you can sponsor me if you want this on the stream. Thank you.
Before Logan got here, we were talking about your desire to get into some combat sports, right? Or to,
yeah.
Is that something? Because that shit's hot right now.
I feel like this is me in my moist critical arc. Just like sitting in silence watching something. I don't mean to do that. Yeah, actually, so Alyssa, it gets so much worse. This is getting into this. I think this is where he actually says the like, oh, bloody, if you take those hands on me, you're never gonna use them again. Or whatever. Which that guy's been making all those TikToks about. But yeah, it's iconic.
Combat sports are going nuts.
We spoke a little bit about this on stage, and I was identifying what you said. And when I was a kid, what people used to say to us was, oh my God, imagine the rooms you could get in. And what that meant was the writing rooms. So, you know, getting to work with people like Fred or whatever else. But for me, it extended over to business rooms and meeting people like Gary Vee and whatever else. Now, for me, it's like, if there's a chance for me to jump in a ring and have...
Imagine you're in One Direction, bro. And you said the fact that I got to meet Gary Vee. Gary Vee is the guy he names first. This is why, in the past, I have alleged, and I will allege again, with the word allegedly in the front, that there's some pretty thick laundering with those NFTs. Because there's no way you sold 5 platinum albums. They have to be platinum by now. At least gold albums. Headlined 3 of the best-selling tours in history, and it's Gary Vee that you named first. That is why I'm saying, I've said this in I think it was my Gary Vee Cody Co video, that there's something way deeper with these NFTs than just, like, the contracts. Like, I think there's some serious, like, stuff going on. Because there's no way. There's literally no way.
Have a go and see what that feels like to be gladiatorial in the 21st century. I'm in. Like, let's do it.
It's the coolest thing ever.
Who would you
Unless
fight?
you get memed, bro, and then everything you've done in your life is
No,
No,
I
come
disagree.
on.
I disagree. I think for someone at his level, like you can't erase the resume.
I already see the memes. He went the wrong direction.
Oh fuck! You know
You
what?
don't want to do it.
Yeah, that could work in 2 favors, though.
He went the right direction.
No, listen, I mean, you've been out there, you know what it feels like. And I don't know, I love boxing as a sport. I think it's fantastic. And I like a bit of a ruckus, let's say.
Yeah.
Very British way.
For sure.
Your
love a ruckus.
Your manager, that one holding the beer.
Yeah.
They're all just getting drunk. They're just sitting here.
No.
Oh, they're just sipping.
Well,
They're not getting
I know for a
drunk.
fact you boys were out till like what they say 6 a.m. in Minnesota. It's
Yeah,
fine.
they weren't
It's fine.
messing around.
Like you're some real English blokes.
Proper English, mate.
Is this guy your personal
Proper
trainer?
Peaky Blinders.
No, he told me.
Is he?
Do you do jujitsu or something? Yeah.
They gotta compliment
To say he does jiu-jitsu is like, listen, he's the kind of person, right, where I just started to enjoy chess. So I'm at home, like, playing chess, like, thinking I'm going to be, like, Robert Downey Jr. and Sherlock Holmes, like, I'm going to be this, like, magical genius.
Yeah.
He comes into my house and sits down and says, yeah, I want to have a game. Has a game, beats me within 4 moves. And I'm like, okay, so another game.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. And third game, he goes, yeah, I used to be the county champion. I'm like, oh, bloody brilliant. Like, exactly.
Okay, here's something I've been toying with in my brain to tweet and haven't. But we're like an hour into the stream, so no one's going to see this. Do you all think I should, like, I feel like I could box Sienna May. Like, I just keep looking at her and I'm like, we're the same, like, she's just me if I was skinny. Like, we have a really similar build, we're like a really similar size. I'm just saying. Items, call me. I'm just saying. Anyways.
Who I wanted to play to ruin my dreams. When it came to fighting, there was one time in my house where I was explaining a story where somebody headbutted me once, and I overextended the headbutt, and I headbutted him in the nose.
You were recounting.
The problem is that I'm built like a fridge. Also, he's saying that he headbutted someone in the nose and like broke their noses. He was like a big tough guy. My dad did that allegedly at his restaurant when he was scared of a guy. It's not that big of a deal.
The story
of someone headbutting me,
and
I headbutt him, and literally all I saw was him stare back at me. He didn't bleed from here; he bled from here. So I knew I'd done something super serious, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is about to go down." And he smiled at me, and I was like, "Yo!" He double leg took me underneath.
Whoa!
Got me on the floor.
Whoa!
And then I just literally start thinking I'm on the floor, so I don't really know what to do. But them ribs look mighty tasty right now, so I just start whacking him in the ribs, whacking him in the ribs. And he did two things: one to my wrist and one to my neck. And I went, "Yeah, okay, I'll do."
Hold on.
Like a fucking
The fact
pretzel.
that he smiled at you, that I would have shit my pants.
You fought your
smiled at
manager?
me.
You fought?
Yeah,
You headbutted him.
we have a lot of fights, but I mean, we've been blessed to go in, and jiu-jitsu I love as a sport just because it's so concentrated. There's so many things, and it's a sensitivity to go in and fight in jiu-jitsu, and also it made me change my judgment on anyone that I would ever even like try to
You can't tell
fight
nowadays.
with. No,
You can't tell nowadays who knows how to put an arm bar on you.
Maurizio, who his like grandfather invented jiu-jitsu, and he's 109 kilos. He's 67. He sat on me the other week, and when he put his knee on me, and he knows how to put 109 kilos on a pinpoint, and I was like,
Oh my
like I was in a
Imagine I beat up my manager, but it's me, I'm my manager. Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. It also, is it just me? Can we? Why is it when maybe it's when he's lying or something, but he gets like hella forehead veins.
We have a lot of fights, but I mean, we've been blessed to go in, and jiu-jitsu I love as a sport just because it's so concentrated. There's so many things, and it's a sensitivity to go in and fight in jiu-jitsu, and also it made me change my judgment on anyone that I would ever even like try to
You can't tell
fight
nowadays.
with. No,
You can't tell nowadays who knows how to put an arm bar on you.
Maurizio, who his like grandfather invented jiu-jitsu, and he's 109 kilos. He's 67. He sat on me the other week, and when he put his knee on me, and he knows how to put 109 kilos on a pinpoint, and I was like, I was in a seminar the other day, and he accidentally made a guy fart, which I thought was really funny.
That's a sick.
What's 109 kilos in pounds? Whoa, that's heavy. If I blew your earphones, I apologize. That's heavy. Wow. Okay.
Could you go into detail for that? I would love to know how he made him.
This poor guy, like, they don't like questions because they are the gods at what they do. But Maurizio's explaining this maneuver. And some little brown belt at the back just decided, I thought I'll ask a question at this point. He deeply regretted it later on. He goes, oh, what about if I did this? And Maurizio just said, show me. show me. Brings him to the front. And then he did this whole thing. The guy tried to do what he did, and then the guy just got wrapped up. And then, like, Maurizio, like, lay back, and that's when he starts to put his energy into him, so he's losing all his oxygen. And then the guy just, like, and this room was full of 80 people.
Oh, man.
And me and him were like, poor fucker. Like, I've never asked.
Hey besties, I'm just checking my phone because apparently they have sent me the box that my old laptop has to go in to be mailed to Texas. I should update to stop working. Sick. Yeah. Let's do a fun little poll. Where it's gonna be, will Dell fix my laptop, or will I have to drop out? Because I can't afford to buy a laptop and go to school at the same time. This is gonna be the fun game. Will Dell fix my laptop, or will I have to drop out? Let's ask. Let's see what what the poll says.
Maurizio a question since, funnily enough.
No, he was being really enthusiastic about how tough you are. He was saying that when you guys do jiu-jitsu, you won't tap, you'll just fight till you throw up.
I've never tapped. I'd rather go out.
Just get knocked out, just
Yeah.
unconscious.
I've been trying to put myself to
Look at me, big guy. Would rather irreversible potential nerve or lung damage than just being a normal person and being like, maybe someone should get off of me. No, those are two questions. The question is because I can't afford. I bought a MacBook with my savings money that's for my tuition as my interim laptop until my other one's fixed. Hopefully, at least. So, because I can't do anything without a computer because my other job's also online. So, I had to. Like, I literally couldn't do anything without a computer. So, that's where I'm at right now. That's why there's like the or Mika will have to drop out thing.
Sleep for years. I think I shake the hand on my head.
Like, thank God, put me to sleep.
Yeah, let me have a little rest, a little time out.
So you fought your manager.
Yeah.
Have any of the boys in the group ever actually come to blows? Not almost. come to blows, but actually.
we
Oh my God, they're putting an ad right before the hands thing.
came very close.
They literally put an ad right before the like hands thing. That's like so funny. So I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Fought your manager.
Yeah.
Have any of the boys in the group ever actually come to blows? Not almost. come to blows, but actually.
we came very close at points. I think it was well known within the band that I don't like taking shit.
Right.
At a certain point, I made it very obvious. I'm not going to tell you how. And there was one moment where there was an argument backstage.
So cringe. I made it very obvious. I made it very obvious from the beginning that I don't take shit. I'm not going to tell you how. My accent's also so bad, which I feel like. I made it obvious from the very beginning that I don't take shit. And I'm not going to tell you how I did that. And the fact that like it gets worse.
And one member in particular threw me up a wall. So I said to him, if you don't remove those hands, there's a high likelihood you'll never use them again.
That is such a British thing to say.
What a bloke. We're gonna rewind. We're gonna watch that like 3 times through because it's just so funny. Let's go back a little bit.
I don't like taking shit.
Right.
At a certain point. I made it very obvious. I'm not going to tell you how. And
Okay, but besties. I think when he lies, the vein comes out. Call me the body language guy. What's his name? Observe, even though it's a pseudoscience. Why his forehead vein always be bulging when he's be saying some weird shit?
And there was one moment where there was an argument backstage, and one member in particular threw me up a wall. So I said to him, if you don't remove those hands, there's a high likelihood you'll never use them again.
That is such a British thing to say.
It's just an awesome thing to say.
Wait, what did he say?
That's an awesome thing to say. Okay, wait, one more time. I'm sorry. This is so funny. If anyone ever makes a TikTok dedicated to me or something, which please don't, but if you did, this clip would be good. Me trying to do. Okay, wait. I want to know what he says exactly so I could try to do it with the accent.
And one member in particular threw me up a wall. So I said to him, if you don't remove those hands, there's a high likelihood you'll never use them again.
That is such.
If you don't remove those. If you don't remove those hands, there's a high likelihood that you'll never use them again. Thank you.
Such a British thing to say.
It's just an awesome thing to say.
Wait, what did he say after that?
Oh, he just took his hands off.
Oh, amazing.
He went from Liam Payne to Liam Neeson in,
Yeah!
like 2 seconds.
Nice.
He's like, I have a very unique
I don't know why you had your hands on me.
I have a very unique set of skills.
A very particular set of skills. Mine sounds more like Peter Griffin. I got a very particular set of skills.
Dude, do you know? No, I've had an experience with one of your bandmates.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and he was fired up. Do you know about this?
Which bandmate?
My accent is abysmal. That's the point. I know it's bad. Also, like, why? Yeah, I'm just why.
What are we talking about? I already think I know, but just throw it in the mixer.
Our boy Zane,
Ugh.
ex-bandmate, I should say.
Wayne Mallet. Wayne.
Yeah, man, we were in Vegas.
British people, does Wayne mean anything? Does he mean like whiny? Like, does anybody know? Please.
Vegas, and well, all right, this is like my secondhand experience. It was Jake's experience with him.
You're just living off everyone else's.
Yeah,
experiences now.
vicariously.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm gonna start telling these stories in a minute and my own.
I was loosely involved, very loosely involved. Something happened where like Jake said hi to Zane, and he felt like your girl just spilled Coca-Cola.
Yeah, point the camera on her. Put her on.
I gotta see this.
Oopsie daisy.
He
It's not good for you anyways. Fuck that.
He said hi to Zane, and like Jake felt like Zane was disrespectful to him, and he wanted
Keep Zayn Malik's name out your fucking mouth.
to like say what's up. And so Jake tweeted at him, and then he was screaming in his hotel room because the rooms were right next to each other. He was, and there was a video of it online, screaming in his hotel room. He was like, I thought my brother was about to fight Zane, and then Gigi tweeted at Jay calling him like ugly and irrelevant, and that went crazy viral. And Jake is ugly.
She tweeted something about,
but he's not irrelevant.
Then she tweeted something about get yourself like a respectful man or something.
Yeah.
That one didn't age very well.
It didn't age.
What? Ladies and gentlemen, what is the proper way to say let's go? Is that how you say? Just weeks after rumors circulated that former One Direction member Liam Payne allegedly cheated on his on-again, off-again fiancée, Maya Henry, he stripped down his time in the band on Logan Paul's Impaulsive podcast this week. No, that is not a Mad Lib from 2015, lighting a fire in the Directioner fandom. Let's go. So, what? What do you mean they kissed, bro? What? Nothing more than a joke between friends. Wait, do I want to be Liam Payne? Just a joke. No one wants to be Liam Payne. What's his what's the fiance's name? Maya Henry. All right. So they started dating in 2019. Give me that age. Where's her Wikipedia page? Does she have one? "21 years old, birthday 2000. Sagittarius. Does that mean anything? Isn't Sagittarius in the wintertime? Yeah, so I'm 6 months older than Liam Payne's fiance. For context, she's only been able to drink alcohol for like 6 months in the United States. Period.
No, listen. Before we go too deeply into this, there's many reasons why I dislike Zayn, and there's many reasons why I'll always.
Okay, wait. Girl, he's 28. So 7 years older than her. So if she was 19, he would have been 26, which is bonkers.
Be on his side. If I had to go through what he went through his growth and whatever else, you know, your parents are very supportive.
Very, very.
My parents are overly supportive to the point where it's annoying at times, and they don't even mind me saying that. And Zayn had a different upbringing in that sense, and you can always look at the man for where he is and say, oh yeah, whatever, that guy's a dick, right? But at the end of the day, once you understand what
So this is where people were getting upset too because of Liam's comments on Zayn's upbringing. So that's like a pretty key component in a lot of people's issues with kind of the sorry, someone just emailed me. But yeah, so it's kind of a key issue with the POC upbringing, right? And that, yeah, it's like a pretty big private thing for Zayn as well. And just because, like, he's definitely evaluating this in contrast to himself and his bandmates who are all, like, white guys. You know? So it's, like, very, like, ignorant to bring up this comment, right? Yeah, it's like, oh, I would presumably along the lines of some sort of kind of, he's commenting on some sort of progressive ideology or some sort of way of thinking that, like, there's a right way to raise kids or something. Like, which obviously there are wrong things you can do, but yeah, it's not for you to speak on. Like, Zayn's a very quiet person in general, too. That's a lot of his character, right? That's why he's not a touring artist. That was another reason, too, why I feel like Zayn and, like, when people will fight me about, like, oh, Harry's the best member of One Direction, that's why he's the most popular. It's like, well, he's also, like, a performer, right? That's a big thing with these guys, is that, like, you're going to be more famous if you're also a show. Like, if you're personally a show. And Harry Styles is a show as a character, as a person, right? While Zayn Malik is not. So that's going to make a huge difference in the way that they're perceived and the fame level that they can obtain. But he doesn't need that. That doesn't make him, like, worse, even though a lot of people will say that, which doesn't make any sense.
he's been through to get to that point, and also whether or not he actually even wanted to be there. And also, I'm so misunderstood by myself more than anyone. Like, I don't know what I'm doing or why I'm here. It's like, I can't sit here and dick on him because of whatever. And listen, I don't agree with any of his actions. I can't commend some of the things that he's done. I can't be on his side for that. What I can say is I understand, and I hope that your only hope is that at some point in their life, the person on the other end of the phone wants to receive the help that you're willing to give them. That's all I'll say.
That's beautiful. Absolutely.
How old are you?
28.
You're very wise.
Very.
Do you think you're?
I'm an owl.
What's empathy? You're very wise. I'm an owl.
You
See how I made myself?
Even they knew that was cringe. Like, they were like, ooh, what the hell is that? Harry's an insane performer. Saw his concert was opener. Literally made me want to fall asleep. Yeah, like I said, it's... Some people are not into the whole, like, you know, fame thing in the same way as someone like Harry Styles is. I think that's also why Harry Styles became, like, the front runner of the band, right? It's the idea of, like, but he, like, Liam wants to be a performer, right? He wants to be that type of guy, but he just doesn't have the, like, decency. Allegedly.
Wise and then a knob in 10 seconds. That's the problem in my life.
No.
I love
That dichotomy is fantastic.
It is.
You have to keep people guessing. Never let them know your next move.
Don't pigeonhole me. I don't like it.
How many bird references we got here? I will pigeonhole. What's next?
I actually have one question because I myself feel like I'm in a boy band. Not a real singing one, but with my friends, we travel the world. We have a lot of good times. I feel like I'm a part of, like, a cute little boy band. But these two guys, they argue about females all the time. Did you guys ever have, like,
Females. Enough said.
a girl that you were fighting over or anything?
No, actually.
Anytime? Well, by the way, I would never want to disrespect because you guys probably weren't running around with terrible choices of women.
Not this again. Not
But
this again.
was there somebody like, she's mine, bro? And then you guys...
God is mine. She's mine.
You like Michael Jackson?
That song's great. him and Paul McCartney before they fell out. Did we ever have an argument over a girl? No, I don't believe so. I don't believe that ever happened. Was anybody ever with another girl that someone else was with? I definitely think that might have happened.
Were you guys
It wasn't me.
Were you guys cool with that?
It wasn't me. I asked them.
Yeah. But there was no animosity. Like there was no like that's my.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, right.
I was out of the scene.
Yeah, right.
He's PR
It was
trained.
nothing to do with me.
So
No,
PR
I was so well trained. No, I wasn't really. I'm not, honestly, I'm not really like that. I'm honest with you. I'm quite a calm individual.
You didn't seem very calm last night. That was my first time meeting you. You seemed fired the fuck up. You had your shirt off. You had like a crazy glistening.
What would you do if you were me?
Exactly what you did.
Right.
I'd have my shirt off. By the way, I've been wanting to ask you this the whole time. Can you drop your skincare routine right now? Like, dude,
I've been asked this a lot. I've been asked this a lot, actually.
Holy shit.
And I'm currently working on a skincare routine that's coming out soon through the Paul and Paul designs.
Fantastic.
I don't know how you ended up with like a centerpiece, but you now represent me.
No, he doesn't need any more companies, dude. Get help.
I don't know who the guy on the left is. Another co-host guy. It was because there used to be a different guy there, I think.
I'm gonna become the third Paul.
Liam
What
Paul.
do you think
I'll be
about
Logan
that?
Payne.
I'd still be LP. It still works. I don't have to change my title.
Wow, we almost have the same name.
Oh my god.
What's your middle name?
James.
Why did he use that accent?
Change my title.
Wow, we almost have the same name.
Oh my god.
What's your middle name?
Still be LP. It still works. I don't have to change my title.
Wow, we almost have the same name.
Oh my god.
What's your middle name?
It's giving mocking LGBT, mocking the gay scent, like the gay accent. It's giving that. I don't like that. I don't know. That's just me. It might be a stretch.
James.
LJP.
LGB side of the party.
Nice. We talked about Yo,
Okay, but why does he laugh so slow? That's the only thing that really freaks me out. It makes me cringe. It's like, why are you laughing like that?
One more whiskey for me, please.
like this.
Okay, let's just get it rolling.
Me too.
We were talking before.
2 whiskeys.
Such a bad idea.
No, it's not. It's a great idea. When's it ever a bad idea? It's
It's
only a bad idea
5:42.
the next day. Don't tell them what time it is. That makes it seem like absolute.
My bad.
What would you do if you were us?
I like that question. I'm gonna start asking that. Yeah. Go.
You know what? That's a funny thing, actually. The most thing I ever get said to me, right? So there's 2 things. So through that influence of like the girls being around you and whatever else, and having to grow up through that bit, it was like, oh, if I was you, I wouldn't have a girlfriend. I'd be doing whatever I wanted, and da 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 da. And it's like it's hard not to listen to that as a kid. So then there's a little thing building.
Yeah.
And I find I'm very influenced by energies around me and people around me for sure. And the most thing I ever get said to me was, oh, if I was you, I'd be dead by now. Imagine that. And I'm not, as far as I know.
No, you're doing great.
But that makes sense.
As far as I know.
The majority are doing it. Not really, but like you're doing good.
When I just think that every day, it's like, if I was you, I'd be dead by now.
Well, because the majority of people wouldn't be.
Did you just say he drinks every day?
Imagine that. And I'm not, as far as I know.
No, you're doing great.
But that makes sense.
As far as I know.
The majority are doing it. Not really, but like you're doing good.
When I just think that every day, it's like, if I was you, I'd be dead by now.
Well, because
I think he just said he drinks every day. Oh no. Uh-oh. That's bad. That's not good to do. Do not drink every day. That's actually really frightening, to be honest.
the majority of people wouldn't be able to do it, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy.
that, though.
It's just true.
No,
it's just
no,
a
no,
fact.
it is
Bro,
true.
you have to
Do you get
really.
that sense you lot?
No.
It's a conversation opener for me.
I mean, bro, there's a very big difference between being like a rock star and a fucking podcast host.
Well, boxing.
hang on a minute, mate. You're a bit more than that. Let's
I'm being facetious, but
drop in the,
but still, like, big difference, man. I never had the 15,000 people standing outside of my hotel shutting down streets in Peru.
I mean, you know what? Going back to that situation as well. I mean, I've spent a lot of time with psychologists, as you can probably tell.
I can.
Yeah. And one of the biggest things that she told me when I was with her was that, you know, from the age of 16 upwards is one of the big things parents should give children at that age is freedom, which often it seems kind of counterproductive. But the cheapest security for the people outside and the people inside the building is to lock on the front door. So we used to get locked in our hotel rooms all the time. And what I find about my life now is I'm still in a syndrome sometimes where I become almost agoraphobic in a way because I wait for work to tell me where to go. So the biggest thing in any therapy session or anything I ever do is like, what do you enjoy in life? And I don't really know because I just choose to enjoy the minibar and then smash up the hotel room. That was it.
Do you feel like numb?
Please tell me that there was more to One Direction than drinking. You know what I mean? Like, is that just sad? Or am I just like a whiny fangirl? Also, if anyone wants to send me One Direction, should I just fill my Amazon wish list with like old One Direction merch? I would literally buy like a record player and a bunch of vinyl just to play One Direction vinyls in my apartment. I'd literally die. Anyways, side note.
To the normalcies of life now, you know what I'm saying? Having gone through all that.
I love to take my son to school.
Really?
That's one of my favourite
yeah.
things. It's so much fun, and I know he loves it too. And you know, it happens once a week, twice a week, and if I'm in a weird.
I take my kid to school once a week, and that's the only time he sees me. JK. But that's sad still, kind of. Apparently, they also physically fought each other, so it wasn't just drinking. Yeah. Yeah, it's also... Yeah, I also forget that he has a kid. Like, I understand that the One Direction fandom as a concept and as an idealized form, right, is... I talk about this with rhetoric all the time, right? The concept of the audience and the actor and how that kind of works in tandem with how you perceive yourself. But there has to... Like, I know the fourth wall has to come down, but he's almost doing it in a way where it's like all of it was bad except being, like, known. Also, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be a middle ground somewhere. That's what's so weird.
That's one of my favourite things. It's so much fun, and I know he loves it too. And you know, it happens once a week, twice a week. And if I'm in a weird sleeping pattern, we'll go down and I'll take him out to school. And I always surprise him, and he literally sat down the other day and he was still half asleep. His mum said to him, "Morning, sunshine," and then my D-boy came in and said, "Morning." And he went, "Huh?" First word out of bed. I thought, I've never even heard him make that noise. And he went, "Wow, Daddy, that was the biggest surprise of my life. You being here today. That's the best shit."
That's awesome, man.
So that's like your new dopamine dump.
Oh,
it's just like those little
taking care of him and watching him grow, and hopefully he does it a little bit better than I did.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
it's the
great.
coolest thing, man.
I didn't know you were a dad until you said it on stage today. You're a young dad too.
Yeah, I had my son when I was 23. Yeah, so.
And this is actually interesting. The mom was a judge.
Yep.
On Xfactor.
Yep.
Rigged.
Judging you. Rigged.
Yeah.
Baby mama drama, brother.
Listen, when I was 14, I was hot. I'm just kidding.
Didn't she low-key groom him? What's her name? Cheryl what? Oh, she's just like a one. Weird. Okay. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. So she's 10 years older than him. And had a kid with him when he was 23. So when he was 14 on the Xfactor, she was 24. Yeah. And also, I know Harry Styles also dated someone who was way older than him at the beginning, right? Harry Styles girlfriend. It's going to be a cringe Google because I don't understand. That was older than him. What's her name? Yeah, who's this? Olivia Wilde, 10 years his senior, same thing. Nuts. That's, yeah. Yeah, that's, yeah, no. Oh, that's who he's with now. Oh, boy. There's another one, though, too, right? There was one, like, way before. Yeah, it's still bad, regardless. Carolyn Flack. Whoa. Whoa. Wait, she die? She passed away. From what? Oh my god. Okay, too dark. Back to the podcast. Too dark.
yeah, that's another part of the story.
No, okay, so there's a
interesting.
bigger part of the story. There's a big part of the story. So I went on, and what happened in one of my auditions is they put a female judge in front of me, and I had to make myself stand out. Halfway through the song, I winked at her. It's a licensed weapon. Please don't try to.
I'm going to steal that.
Don't touch me. And so, like, I went back to school the day after, and I winked at Cheryl in the audition, and my friends are going, "What the fucking hell do you think you're doing, winking at Cheryl Cole on the TV, or whatever?" That's like, just, came naturally. It's just one of the things that I was such a little prick when I was a kid. And then, like, fast forward years later, we ended up having a baby together. It was really.
How much of it do you attribute to that wink? What'd you say?
I mean, the wink, like I say, is a registered weapon. I have to check it in to just this eye.
Would you mind firing that weapon at that camera right there? Dude, fuck, dude. I got hit by some of that.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the ick.
That's intense. It's
So
a lot
everyone
to
just keep your hands to yourselves.
I got hit by
Don't
shrapnel.
make any
on
more
that
babies
one,
in here.
dude. That was
No, but I mean, no, what a blessing. I mean, it's the weirdest How I Met Your Mother story ever because, she was the judge on the show. I had a hole in my shoe at the time. And yeah, so, I mean, fantastic time in life.
That's insane.
It worked out.
It worked out great, and she's the best mom in the world. I couldn't ask for someone better. The relationship we have with each other now as friends has only grown more since, everything that we broke up for a reason that we broke up, and now, she gives me full autonomy of my own life to be able to go and do what I do, and at the same time I know he's been taken care of because he's all she cares about, and that's, you couldn't ask for more.
Based in the UK?
I get to be happy and live my life while she's a slave to this son that we have. That's the energy. That's the energy it gives.
Yeah, they live like 3 minutes from my house.
Oh, very cool.
Are you still living out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I always glue myself to where he is. Like, I don't want to miss a thing of that, and I owe it to him. My life now is his. My money's his. I don't want to tell him that too much. Cause,
Yeah, I was going to say, you have to be careful because...
Well, this is a constant conversation I have with myself. Like, what do I give him? I've actually got several companies that are up and running that I know he can run one day if he wants to, and if he wants to sell them, he can sell them. If he wants to run them, he can run them. That's his choice. I mean, he's 5, right? It's a long way to go. But I like to think ahead, and he's a lovely, lovely, lovely boy. Like, we've been blessed. Like, the point where parents used to come around to the house, and... Bear was always really calm and listened and whatever else, and then these other kids like running around like little savages, and the mums are going to like Cheryl like, "How did you do that?" It was like that moment in Wolf of Wall Street when he sells the penny stock. That was literally Cheryl as a parent. So she's been fantastic, and
I mean, obviously it has to do something with parenting.
yes,
And you and her as parents.
imagine I was your dad.
I mean, bro, you're being facetious, but like, I can see you're a great dad. You're very wise beyond your years. You're self-aware. Like,
I put my time in with my son,
for sure.
And I like to speak to people who are new dads also because you don't know what's coming and it's different. And to be honest with you, ruined a relationship for me in that point, but for all the right reasons. And it's like, you think kids is a blank page. They're born, and I mean, when Bear was first born, I was so excited for him to be born. I thought, what if I don't love him enough? Like, it was such a worry for me.
If he likes Wolf of Wall Street, that's a red flag, ladies. And anybody else in the chat that wants to / dates cishet men.
And his mom she'd hemorrhaged quite badly in birth, so she was asleep the whole day. So for the first 24 hours of his life, I was 23 with a baby in a room, and I had to take care of it, and I didn't even have any babysiters or anything, so it was very fun. But at the end of the night, finished with me with a PlayStation controller, with my little boy on my arm, like, I'm playing FIFA. Like, this is the coolest thing ever. It was the best. But yeah, you don't get a blank page. They show you what they can do, and then you steer them. So it's actually not that. It's not that difficult. It's very hard, but it's like as long as that's what you look for, rather than you trying to be like, this is what you're going to do with your life. I mean, the scariest thing for me is him waking up one day and going, I want to be famous, and he's already like, I'm going to sing "Strip That Down" with you on stage, Daddy, and it scares the crap out of me because I know what he did to me.
I was going to ask you, has he shown any signs of like being good or passionate about any specific pursuits?
He's too young to show any of those things yet. In my eyes, he's got amazing timing dance wise. If I play a song, me and him have the same trait in our brain. It's the same as what Charlie Puth has, but I was never taught notes on the piano, so I couldn't tell you. But if you asked me what note was, I could be able to press it like within seconds. And he literally will sit at the piano and he'll find the key in seconds. Yeah. Often when I rehearse, I will start singing before the song starts, and then the person will start playing, and I'm already in tune before the song starts. That's It's a really weird thing.
If you could see him or like guide him or manage him into a life that mirrored or
It's hard because he actually is talented objectively. That's the thing too. I think that's what the big difference too with like One Direction compared to like as a phenomenon compared to a lot of other bands and stuff is like it's 5 people that were individually chosen for their vocal talents, right? They were not like always a band, which is why like, let's say something like 5 Seconds of Summer, there's less singing from certain band members, which there was in One Direction as well, but it's unique in that aspect of like being essentially like handcrafted through the process of like individual vocal talent rather than like instrumental talent. And that's why they all had objectively pretty successful solo careers, in contrast especially to something like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or something.
Replicated yours and the same levels of success, would you do that?
Listen, I will let him do whatever he wants. I protected his face since young. I chose to be famous when I was 14. I didn't choose to be famous, but I chose to do what I did.
Yep.
I also know that you can't put the lid back on. Once you pop, you just can't stop. It's like a Pringle.
Yep.
And for me, he has to make that choice when he's older, and I know what choice he's going to make already because he's just absolutely dying for it. Like, he goes to rehearsals. His mom's a pop star too, so he goes to rehearsals with his mom. I got videos of him with his shirt off holding a microphone, very much like his old man.
His family hates shirts. I just,
When nudists.
Hedonists.
And yeah, I've got videos of him doing the Dance to the Weekend song and whatever else, and like he wants to learn piano, and like I know whatever he does, he's going to tenfold anything that I've done in my life, and that's what more could you ask for? And I would never stop him. At least I did all the wrong things for him, so he doesn't have to do them.
No, you're right. You're right. That's like the ultimate goal, I think. That when they asked me on stage, actually inspired by just hearing about you being a father and how you talked about being a dad. What I want people to remember me by, like my last minute answer was like, I'd love to be an amazing dad.
Clever.
I'd love to be an amazing dad, and
You know, you dick.
Logan Paul wants to be a dad, bro. And like, do we remember who his dad is? Right? GP, I'm heading out. Honestly, this shows how damaging toxic masculinity is, because their immediate reaction and what he must have wanted / chosen relationship, and not that he might have been manipulated. Yeah, exactly, right? Because it's like, that's the thing too we talk about when we talk about people, let's say like Jack Wright, Sienna May, right? With a lot of guys, it's like, oh, getting any woman is like a good thing, right? Despite the fact that like it does not work like that, and that should not, like, men can be groomed as well, right? That's also why like a lot of the James Charles conversations are interesting as well, right? Because it's like, it's boys, but then also a lot of like hidden sexuality issues. So it's like a lot of complex nuances that come in that would not have otherwise come in, if that makes sense.
Told me so many times that interview today, by the way.
What
you
happened?
bought Gary a fucking present. You fucking.
I didn't.
No one want me. I'm sat there. I've got no present. Okay, I've got no friends that fly me around places and whatever else.
No, that's
It's like, I wish I was sat behind you, because I would have just waited for your answer, and then I'd gone, well, my mate's got a rocket.
I would let you go first. I would let you go first. And then, no. It was,
No, you did well. I honestly really enjoyed that, and I feel we've bonded over the time. That's you know.
dude, we talked about a lot of
Yeah.
like shit in the 4 conversations we've had. He told me this was interesting. I want to talk about the Pharrell writing session.
Oh yeah.
Because I think this is fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, this was interesting. So Pharrell one day asked One Direction to come write with him. I turned up and I was the only member there, and I was gobsmacked. I thought, what the hell? Like,
Wait,
this is
what?
Yep. There was
No
an email
one
sent. No, it wasn't sent directly to me. I turned up, and I sat in the studio.
What do you mean no one on the inside believes the allegations? Please elaborate in the chat. But also, either EI or EL Spruce, I can't tell if that's a lowercase L or a capital I. People always say Trisha shouldn't have had kids, but truly Jake and Logan should not be allowed to be parents. I feel like it's all 3. I don't want to, with Trisha it's hard because I don't want to dog on someone who's like had fertility issues and tried to have kids and everything. But at the same time, there's such like there's a fear there will be a blatant disregard, right? Yeah, the thing that bothers me the most is how cool they think they are and that they're being so insightful. Yeah, they're also Gary Vee fans, right? So, take with that what you will.
And it was a really, really daunting moment for me, because he is basically like the Beethoven of us, you know what I mean?
for
Like,
sure.
he just writes his songs, whatever. And he's got a very funny way of writing about him, and I absolutely love it. He's always lovely to me, but I sat in these sessions and I just couldn't bring myself to show him anything that I could do, because I'm like, how do I tell Pharrell how to spin a keyboard or whatever else? I'm very like solemn. Like, if I draw a picture for my NFTs, if I do whatever else, I will do it alone. I won't do it in a room with somebody. And I play, but I would rather play by myself, and then I'll show you what I did later. I'll show you some stuff that I did so you can understand. And yeah, I sat with him for 2 days, and I just thought, what a waste of an opportunity. Like, the guy clearly believes in you. And then another couple of months went by, and he saw me in an award show. A really cool moment in my life. He came over and he's like, hey, how are you, man? I was like, yeah, I'm good. He's like,
Logan Paul will have a kid and then use the kid to promote like a diapers MLM or something. Like, Logan Paul will girl boss once he has a kid.
I feel like I've seen this movie before. I clearly believes in you. And then another couple of months went by, and he saw me in an award show. A really cool moment in my life. He came over and he's like, hey, how are you, man? I was like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, let me tell you something. I feel like I've seen this movie before, and the last time I was in it, I got it wrong. I don't want to get it wrong with you. And I was like,
Okay, so I know people are higher on the social scale. They think it's stupid cancel culture. Yeah, I have a CNMA video coming up, like, that I have to record and everything. I just obviously, like, things were not working out when my computer went burr. But, like, I have to dig through you can see I have a bookshelf back here. I have to dig through and try to figure out what I could define cancel culture as in rhetoric terms in a way that actually makes sense. But once I can do that, I'll film and edit a CNMA video, because it's like, I want to talk about that, because cancel culture just become a weaponized devil term that is just issued as a blanket statement to deter any responsibility, and it's really frustrating and dehumanizing to some extent after a while, you know? Because it's like, you can't have responsibility for anything. It's ridiculous.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Like, who am I? Let's have it. But once again, I went to studio, same thing again. And like, a lot of opportunities in my life have greeted me, and I was in the wrong headspace. You know, I spent a lot of my life, like, plenty fucked up a lot of the time, whatever else, trying to deal with whatever the nasty beastie inside wants to tell me I am or I'm not. And yeah, that bit's quite hard to deal with. And if you don't get it out of your own way, it's nigh on impossible. But I wish I'd shown him something, because I know I have everything if you want to see it.
Was that the reason you feel like you didn't get a chance to show him your process and your work, because you were still?
I'm looking at Pharrell Williams, like, banging around on the keyboard, singing. I'm like, this is the coolest experience ever. Like, it was a one-man show with Pharrell, but I was like, I wish I'd have put some influence on there so we could show. Like, I wrote some of the biggest songs of all time. Like, I have Blacks at home for that crap. Like, why am I walking in there like, you know, green in the gills and my fingers suddenly don't work?
It's so just like in the little bit of.
He's really saying, I didn't need to let Pharrell take this one because I wrote the biggest songs of all time. But, like, the biggest pen of One Direction, if I remember correctly, was actually Louis. I saw an article that said Johnny Depp outcome in the end of the Me Too era or something like that. Yeah, it's already devolving into, like, Marilyn Manson isn't guilty stuff, and Shia LaBeouf is not guilty either, which I'm so excited for. Cobra Tate's gonna make a Johnny Depp video. That's my prediction. And you have to subscribe to me if I'm right. And Emily, I will DM you. But oh my god, someone said baby pictures NFT. Stop. But it's also gonna happen. But at the same time, that makes me upset.
Gotten to know you, I would assume that it in part has to do with how respectful you are, right? You want to be respectful of the legend, right? Do you think, who am I, the new young kid to come in?
It's the imposter syndrome thing again as well. Like,
what am I doing here?
You're going to play piano for Pharrell?
Yeah, no.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I never been taught. I learned by ear. Yeah. I couldn't afford that.
Yeah. I think I would, and I'll tell you why. I don't take things seriously. I try not to. My biggest fear is I had really, really bad panic attacks when I was a kid because of this. When I walk in a room and I would regret not doing something.
Yeah.
I would have really, really bad fears of it.
You got FOMO. You got reverse FOMO.
From like being in the moment. So I'd rather be myself and have them make fun of who I really am than me hide who I really am and then they even like it. Because I think I would hate it more if they liked the pretend version of me.
I'm such a social chameleon. I mean, I've been on TV for my accent changing just because, I don't know, it's just whatever. I have to be careful what films I watch sometimes because I might walk out the house as a different person.
That's so interesting.
I'm definitely clinically insane, but they just haven't copped onto it yet. They just don't tell them that. We'll cut that bit out.
Getting clipped for sure, bro.
No, I mean, how could you not be, man? You've had a crazy life, and you probably had to be a bit of a social chameleon. You're always entering different rooms, talking to different people, and it's the name of the game. And
like I told you earlier, the moment for me is never about me when we're talking, or if there's a fan that wants a picture, or somebody wants to come over. The moment's about them having their 5 minutes. So whoever they want me to be for that 5 minutes, I'll be. Depending on industry guidelines.
What'd you do to work on those
industry guidelines?
What'd you do to work on those? What'd you do to work on those demons that you were facing for so long?
They're probably right behind me, but they're still a bit away.
The plant.
Yeah, they're catching up a little bit actually, little fuckers. No, I don't know. What work have I done on my demons? I'm happy with who I am, and I'm happy with the person I've grown into. Regrets? Do I have some? Probably yes, in certain ways, being like that Pharrell session, but they're only regrets that are actually like supersonic level.
I like the person I've become while literally just cheated on his fiance that's 10 years younger than him that he started dating when she was freshly an adult. I rest my case.
That would have been funny if I did that, you know what I mean? And I'm happy with everything that I've been through to get to this stage, and whether people judge me for it or not, like, to me, I really don't care anymore. I've lost the point of caring. I'm just like, this is who I am. If you want to join the crowd and come and learn some shit, then you're more than welcome. If not, then that's good for you.
You were in arguably like one of the most popular boy bands in music groups ever for a very long time.
And it still doesn't feel like that.
Well, unfortunately,
It happened.
It happened. And
Fuck,
that's-
I knew
and
it
that's-
happened.
and
I knew it
that's-
wasn't a dream.
That's where you sit.
Oh my
That's where you're
goodness!
sitting
What are
right
we doing here? Who are you?
now. Well, I'm Jake Paul.
Jake Paul's
How you
brother.
doing? How
Dude,
you
actually,
doing?
people ran up to Mike today. They're like, Logan, big fan. And I was like, there's no way.
To Mike?
Dead up,
Mike.
dead up.
You
And
got
then
Logan's.
I think we found out that they may have been trolling, but when they did it to me, I was like, what, did you see the Floyd? I said, did you see the Floyd fight? What'd you think?
He said, he goes, you did so good. You
Yeah.
lasted all the rounds.
It
And
was
I go,
lit.
first of all, that's two lies.
Hang
It's
on,
not
okay,
Michael,
so-
and I mean, it's not Logan. and he
let's
did
I
it.
just rolled with it.
I know that's confusing the hell out of me. But I'm glad you.
Well,
I
he
liked.
was-
I almost impersonated on a red carpet once. So I was doing 50 Shades of Grey, and the woman started asking me loads of questions, and I was doing a song, and I had a bald head at the same time Jamie Dornan did. And I'm stood there, and she goes, "No, how is it filming the sex scenes?"
Oh, no.
I said to her, "Well, I don't know. I haven't seen the film yet." And she keeps asking me these questions and really intimate questions. And I regret it so deeply now that I didn't just ruin his life because I could have done. But I was like, I said, "Hang on, who the fuck do you think I am?" She went, "Oh, you're him." I went, "No, I'm him." But I could have just gone in and like, "Yeah, it was really awkward actually." Yeah, and, I could have.
Liam Payne's self-aware moment that he wasn't the important person. Oh my god. Yeah, this is like when I told y'all, I warned y'all this was a mess. But we all got to get through it together.
Really ruined his life. Imagine that just ruined.
Would you do that now?
No, I wouldn't. He's a nice guy, Jamie. Actually, he's good. And to get compared to him, I'll take it. We've gone off on a tangent.
No,
I want to
was
talk to you about the Mayweather fight.
Oh, you're screwed.
Wanna do it
You're
now?
never
Can
getting
I
it
ask?
No, I asked mine first. No, I'm just kidding.
Because I remember it. I'm a podcast host. I'm a professional at this point. I'll remember my question.
I know. You remember your questions.
I can lead you back into it.
No, I remember it.
Do you remember
go.
what day is? Sorry, what are we talking about? Anyone know?
No, nothing.
23.
Floyd
24.
Mayweather.
Mom?
5,
50
7.
Shades of Grey.
Okay.
Demons in the Plant.
Right.
Let's see how professional he's go.
All right. You remember this big boy man, and you're perceived a certain way. It fizzles, whatever. You break up, whatever you want to call it. And now you are posed with the task of creating an identity, a real identity as an individual. And
Some whiskey for this one.
Yeah, you're here now, and you've done a great job. But I can imagine that was a little scary, right? People care about you as an entity, but as a solo artist, as an celebrity influencer, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, do people care?
Okay.
And how do you make them
Let me throw
care?
this out. Let me throw this out. So I came out the band and said, my dad called me, "Oh yeah, here we go, you're going to go solo. It's been his dream since I was a kid, his dream." And I said, "I'll only do it if the right song comes along, otherwise I'm not bothered. I don't want to tarnish the legacy I have already. I've done something that's already worldwide famous and I've got fucking gold records." So I said, "I don't need to do this. It's not important to me." Ed Sheeran wrote me this song and I thought, "Oh shit,
Oh no.
here we bloody well go again. Here we go, boys."
Pull your short.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's no way that the song that wanted you to have a whole career was this. There's literally no way. I can't accept that. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, like Pillow Talk by Zayn Malik, that's one thing. That was like a really like completely off the chart, like from what he was doing. It was like vocally really impressive and actually like really showed his like prowess, right? Like it was a Zayn song, right? Of like it really gave everyone the idea of like what he always wanted to do. Same with Harry Styles and Sign of the Times, right? Like it was that like rock influence, and like you got to see like different pieces of like what they wanted and what their influences were. And then this is like a dime a dozen just cringe pop song.
Anybody else, but your love, it hit me hard.
Our dreams for
Oh, sorry, I muted myself. So I have a video where I ranked all the One Direction albums. And I talked about Liam Payne. And we're going to look at what's the date on
Don't
this one?
sleep on the Starbucks 2 World Cups. These are fantastic.
I have no microphone,
yeah.
so rip you
So-
guys. So over a year and a half
I
ago.
did just edit in like the Watch Mojo noises. We'll see what I do. I want a full coverage.
This is also
of
pre
today.
Sony Vegas,
So
pre
at
microphone.
number 9,
So
you will
I
not
ranked
be
all of their
surprised
albums.
At all to see that I have put Liam Payne's LP1 because it was really bad. So, I guess to sum
I've come
up
a long
this
way,
album,
besties.
What you can say
By the way.
is Liam Payne likes sex. Liam Payne likes to have sex. Because this album was roughly, I believe it was something like 20 songs long. It was quite long. I'll actually put the right number in here somewhere, and
I know I was dry. Well, put me on 2 times speed because I want to get to the part where I actually read the lyrics and everything because I had a really good time with this one.
like 80% of the 80% of the songs were just about like, you know, sex and stuff. And the thing is it really gave me the vibe of when adult writers try to write teenage characters. So they're just talking about like, they just like swear excessively and they're just like explicit for no reason.
Hello? Hey, you dumb fucking slut. What's up? Yeah, it's me. Are you doing fucking homework, you fucking dumb slut loser? I haven't done homework in like 2 fucking months. I don't give a fuck. I look like I'm 31.
I'm never going to be hired for anything in my entire life.
Hey, do you want to go to a fucking bar and get fucking wasted? Because that's all that I want to do. I don't give a fuck about school. See you there, bitch.
And that was kind of what he was doing. So for every single one of these albums, also, I will have my highlight song and the worst song I found on the album, and why. Just so when the Harry Styles fans come for me, because I'm not a huge fan of one of, you know, of the albums necessarily, I don't get, like, the comments on my Taylor Swift video where they're like, you didn't even listen to them.
Okay. Listen. I actually have always been on the not the biggest fan of Harry Styles grind, and this is proof of that I'm not just a hater.
Whatever. Anyways, so the best song is Midnight, which is produced by, I believe it's Alesso. Here's the thing. I'll actually double check the producer because I want to be wrong. Not me listening to Louis Tomlinson. That's a spoiler for later. Okay. It is Alesso. Okay, I was right. And the album is 18 songs long. So, take in. Okay. All of the best songs on this album are produced by, like, when they have, like, an EDM kind of influence on them. Because the rest of them are quite... After Hours, the producer, like, I have, like, notes on all the albums. After Hours was a good producer. Carried him mostly. Well, also his vocal talent. When the hoodie, I've ever DOE life.
So, Liam admits on the podcast that he doesn't like writing. Okay? And I want you guys to listen to the lyrics that I read out. Because it's actually bonkers.
Where I just like, oh my god. I want to flex hard like DOE, but right now my car need the MOT, but I can't give the valet no TIP. But like him, I got dreams that are BIG. Tried to be a better guy, but that weren't enough to satisfy. Got dreams for you and I got money on my mind. So in that alone, he's like, I'm broke. I'm a bad person. And I don't like the valet. I don't know. Anyways, no. At number 8.
I literally was like, get this album away from me. But yeah, anyways, that's his, like, the song that Ed Sheeran brought him that changed his career.
What's up, Halfway Pop? And yeah, we did the first song, billion streams. I think it outsold every...
That's also a lie. This is where he lies, by the way. The part that, like, Stan Twitter dragged him for.
Ed Sheeran wrote me this song, and I thought, oh, shit. Oh, no. Here we bloody well go again. Here we go, boys. Put your shorts up, Halfway Pop. And yeah, we did the first song, billion streams. I think it outsold everybody within the band, and I was the last to go, and I never expected that. And I'm sat there going, shit, it's gone rather well, hasn't it?
You could do it.
Then how'd you go from there?
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, besties. Let's check. I don't know what this means. Okay. I love exposing myself. But yeah, we're gonna take a look here. $887,037,771. Now, chat. Is that more or less than $1 million? One's in the chat if it's less than a billion. That's what I meant to say. Is it less than a billion? 1 in the chat if it is. 2 in the chat if it's not. Is this more than a billion or less? 1 if it's more than a billion, and 2 if it's less than a billion. Please. We're gonna prove everyone wrong in the chat. Heck yeah. See, that's true. That is just on Spotify. That's true. But I think, see, I did the 1s and 2s. How I said that was so confusing. I have a feeling that's what he's referring to because this one has the stream counter. But regardless, because let's go like this. Because he only goes by Zane on here. Dad. Okay, anyways. Look at those. Look at those. Look at all those billion plus streams. That's why I'm saying I think he's referring to Spotify, because you can see that they have. Because if we go to our other man's here. Right? These are all super new. 1.7 billion. So. That's why I'm saying I think it's Spotify, because you can see the numbers, but.
It was like, how do you go from there? And I still don't know who I am. I replicate different people on a daily basis. Like, I still don't know who I am. That's the worst part of it, because it's like selling an identity to people that, I'm me, so I can only sell me. And then the different thing was, I'd just gone out of the writing zone. I don't want to say why, but I'd stopped writing in that sense. And it was more difficult to write for my own project, because I was like trying to pull for my own life, which is also very vastly confused with a boy who's been locked in a hotel room since he was 15 years old. So I don't even know what I like, so what can I write songs about?
Or is that the best part? You said it's the worst part.
The worst part.
Maybe it's the best part.
No, I mean, listen, I've had a fantastic career. I think to date, at the moment, I've done 6.5 billion streams worldwide, right? It's amazing. I'm so happy for it. I didn't want to do it because I knew what was going to happen to me within the process of it. But yeah, I mean,
I think he really wanted a solo career, and he's just pretending he doesn't, because it ended up being like arguably the least successful one. Because his album, like, if I remember correctly, the best reviewed album is, like, from reviewers, is Zayn's album, like Mind of Mine. Like, so 69% nice. Oh no, Melon reviewed it. How many want to bet that he gave it a 4? I want to know. I think he gave it a 4 because he hates them all for some reason. Because he's not a hot girl. Oh my god, 4! Yeah, that's interesting. He also doesn't like the best tracks on the album, which is lame. Because I remember this got pretty good reviews. Usually like a 7 out of 10 to 8 when I saw them. And then like Harry Styles' albums also got, different depending on which one, got good reviews for the most part. So I have Twitter open because I want to go on Liam Payne Twitter at the end of this.
It's been a great, interesting journey, and also having 4 of the boys that we have. There's one record that we have for being one of the only bands in history to have every member in the top 40 in the American charts, beating Fleetwood Mac, beating so and so. Like when you name stuff like that, it's like wow, like, and that's a group effort, by the way. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, for me, I don't even know if I wanted to be a solo artist, but I just did it because it was there to do and whatever else. Whereas like going and joining these things, I've had more fun in the last 2 weeks playing football and everything else. But the new project I just started, which I do want to talk about a little bit, I'm amped about.
What is it?
I don't want to give away too much, but I used to produce for the band when I was a kid, so we used to do these remixes called Big Payne remixes. I like when someone puts big in front of your name. It definitely means something. Nice. And so I used to make these remixes as a kid, and I'm slightly swindled by the label. I'm sure we've all heard that before. Yeah. I didn't get paid anymore for them. I just did them because I loved them. And they put them out, and I was known as DJ Payne. But I've literally been producing since I was 15 years old. So I've made these songs in the last 2 weeks and signed up to a record label that I really enjoy their style of music. And I think this next chapter for me seems so free and exactly what I want to do. I don't want to be a touring artist. I've got a son at home. I don't want to travel the world on a bus and smell and do whatever else. Again, I've done it to death. I don't want to be number one. Doesn't bother me 1%. I want to make something that when I turn it on and the room goes.
Yeah. I'm already doing it.
Exactly.
The ick again. Ugh. Ugh, makes me want to vomit, bro.
What's happening right now?
That's just my throat, bro. Exactly. Then
We listen to the actual song. It's just his throat.
That's my next single. It's called.
That's fine. That's
So,
fine.
yeah.
got the whole
What I used to like
room
about Drake was that he's at every party in the world without going to one of them. But I want to go somewhere where like you make the room bounce and you get that stinky bass face going. Like, this is the and for the first time ever in my.
What the hell's a stinky bass? Can someone explain to me what stinky bass is? Like, yeah, DJ Payne comes out, I'm leaving, bro. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
My life today, I was alone in my house. Actually, thank you very much, you two. And thanks for not picking up the FaceTime calls when I was trying to celebrate. And thanks for being here.
I mean, dude, you headbutted him.
Well, thanks for being here. You look all the better for it. So I made one the other day in my house that I was like, wow, because I'd sat down with these proper dance heads and I knew what they wanted, and it was like that reignition of that One Direction thing again. I know what you want. I can make that. So yeah, watch this space. We'll see what happens.
So cool, dude.
Probably.
I like it.
Sticky bass face.
Sticky bass face.
Mad.
Put in your
Just
face.
mad. I got a question for you. At what point in the process, touring, being locked in hotel rooms, doing that with your drink where the ice like bops around?
Clink. I'm angry.
Yeah, clink. I'm angry. Like it's just. Did you ever think you'd be on Logan Paul's podcast? Like at what fucking point, dude? Jake Paul's brother. Like, come on.
Jake Paul's brother. You can't even intro. Bro, what the fuck?
It's a thing. We do it. It's a thing.
He's Liam Payne's brother. Liam Paul's brother. No, to be honest with you, I didn't. I've watched you boys from afar for a very long time, and also I wanted to get this out there as well. I understand there's a slight theory to what you do, and the only reason I understand it, and I've spoken to this many times about many people, and I did something wrong in my career when I started. So when I started, my first beat was a Rack City beat with a rapper, and I was singing just like stuff. So I went out and I bought the biggest gold chain going. I still have it. Yeah. I used to.
No words. My first beat was a Rack City beat. Teen and 20s on them titties. Okay. I just need to know. How did we go from this? Why is this being homophobic on Pride Month? Because all the girls and the gays love One Direction. Why is it doing this? How do you go from this? I said mute it so I can because I've listened to this song like 200 times, so I already know where I need to go in the song for it to be the good part. Could you hear that actually? Let me see. If I get claimed, so help me God. Sorry. Spotify comes out like poo here because I'm going to assume that it's some sort of like safeguard that they put on so you can't stream music or whatever. But how do you go from songs like this like actually, you know, I'm trying to remember where the chorus is. To a Rack City beat. Like,
Wear it everywhere, and I'm a white guy from Wolverhampton, a city in England that no one knows, and whatever, and I used to get ridiculed daily. The more I get ridiculed, the more I'd be like, well, I don't need another chain. I have the other chain that I'm already wearing, and I go around this way. And it was almost doing what you guys did in a way at the start of your career, where you were trying to push the limit so much. It's almost a little bit like Jackass in a way. You're trying to push the limit, And then one point you met the limit you couldn't push anymore. And then it was like, whoa, now the world's turned upside down. What the fuck are we going to do, right? What I can say about you more than anything, I was malleable. I let people around me change me and change who I was, whereas I know deep down inside, still a boy wearing a fucking chain, he doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. Right, with you stuck at it, but you did the right thing in that you learned from what happened. You came back stronger. You didn't give up on what you were, and you grew from it. That's what people want to see. They want to see growth, and they go, oh, you know what? He's all right, him. Yeah, he's done well.
No, it's a real story.
It is. That's that.
he grew from a certain forest in a certain country to riding Gary V's nugs. That is all.
And a genuine,
tell me I'm wrong, but
no, you're right. Again, bro, you're very fucking wise, very astute. No, there's a real genuine arc full of wins and more probably significantly failures. You know, and it's all in the public eye.
It's all stuff that we don't get any proud of.
No, so you don't get caught. I get caught because I filmed my life.
You don't get caught for too long. You might get caught later on.
Yeah, no, you're right. Nah. My mistakes are there, like they're there. Like there's nothing's gonna bleed through. It's all, and that gives me comfort in saying that as well. But no, dude, it's like watching what you've been able to do and watching what your bandmates have been able to do, and like it's really inspiring. I think we're part of a really special generation, and being on that path.
As much as there's a difference in the careers we do, I don't think there's much of a difference in the careers we do. If that makes sense.
I mean, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. You have like a superpower in your ability to sing, which is like the one thing that is kind of like at the end of the day, you're a very fucking talented performer and musician. You know what I'm saying? My only real asset is my brain.
Do you want to swap?
You don't want to do that.
I actually do.
My only asset. My only asset is my brain. Logan Paul. I want to get one of those like letter boards, like those big ones or whatever, and I'd actually, or like I'll put my whiteboard up here. And I'd write that in the background of all my videos. Just my only asset is my brain. Logan Paul, circa 2022. The other thing is, yeah, they're trying to be deep, and why would you envy Logan Paul? Like, that's the thing, is how do you just shit on, like, this incredible experience so much? It's just crazy to me. Where you're literally trying to, like, simp for Logan Paul. It's absolutely nuts. And I do think Mike did not like the dress thing, if I remember correctly, as well.
Dude, I actually would.
Why don't we do like, how do we can get like a neuroscience do like half a brain?
Dr. Amen.
So you'll be like fucking
Dr. Amen.
Leo Megan, Paul.
We do that kind of stuff in LA.
The other guy.
Please. Dude, if I could change my thing, I would love to have a voice.
I would pay someone to come and spend some time in this motherfucker and just see how long it lasts.
No, see, that scares me. That scares me, though. That scares me. I'm pretty stable. That's the one thing. I'm pretty stable.
I know, I'm stable to a degree.
Yeah? Yeah. Fantastic.
I want to get back to your unstable desire to fight people. Okay. Who would you fight? Who do you want to fight?
Who do I want to fight? Who don't we like?
No. Who don't we like?
Who don't we like?
There's
not many people I don't like. There's not many people I don't like. For me, I'm like, I just enjoy the challenge. I'd enjoy the road up to it, whatever else.
Would you fight?
Bestie, there's not many people you don't like. Weren't you just like low-key microaggressive to Zayn Malik like 20 minutes ago?
Would you fight KSI?
I mean, whose dish do you want me to smash in? That's
would you fight KSI?
Huh?
KSI?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He can fight.
He'd have to come down a few weight slots.
I don't think he can do it. It's a lot. And he can fight, bro.
My AirPods just did the bloop 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 of death. So 1 second. The audio mic. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just charge one at a time. Because I've worked too hard to get this audio to work, to be honest, to change my output settings.
You don't want to fight him?
He can
No,
fight.
I'll fight him.
Well, then you can fight him then too.
No.
I like him too much though.
Fight Jake.
Oh.
Would I have to come up weight slots or would he come down? He's going to Conor McGregor and come down and be like,
He
skinny funny
can
Britain.
come down, yeah.
Ooh.
Don't do it.
Don't put a hurting on your brother now.
The American accent's my favorite, though. You do, by the way.
Out of all of them.
Don't want to put a hurting on your brother now.
Don't want to put a hurting on your little brother now.
It's always southern.
Okay, whose is worse? His American accent or my British accent? That's a new poll. New poll time. I can't do question marks because the French keyboard's on. I don't know how to get rid of it. See? Oops, that's not it. Is it shift? There we go. I need to know. Oh, I said... what did I say earlier? If you don't get those hands off me, you def not going to be able to use them again. Said something like that. I did the cringe quote. So there is a right answer that doesn't get you blocked, JK LeMayo, but this is just a fun poll.
Of course, bro. That's what the world thinks of us. That's what the world thinks of us.
You like murders? Like, dude, no. Like, I feel like I'm like, dude, I don't talk like that.
Yeah, but then like everyone thinks that we're like Tom Hardy. Alright, mate. Tommy, mate. You got a fucking clue, mate. You got a fucking clue.
Tom Hardy as Bane was...
Oh, so the darkness was around there. I was born in the dark.
Molded by it.
Shaped by it.
That was weird.
It can get weird.
Sorry about that, dude.
She had this literally all night last night. Like when I get a bit wasted sometimes, my best defense mechanism so I don't get scared of myself is to start to pretend to be other people. And I noticed this because I had to do a show. I had to do a show once in London Dungeons. And when I was in the London Dungeons, people like jump out on you. And
He says he gets so scared of himself when he gets wasted that he pretends to be other people. Like, is that not a crazy red flag? Like, for real? Huh?
I was dressed as Captain Jack Sparrow. And when I was me, everyone that jumped out, I was like really like shit scared of. But every time I went, I'm not going around with you, mate. Oh! So listen, if anyone seen my ship, right, the pearl is somewhere over there, mate.
No, ever heard it shivering. Ever heard it shitting her pants.
Listen,
Passez découvrir la force.
Oop, I agree that it's... Yeah, his state is concerning for sure. Yeah, like... Girl, the fact that Zayn's merch thing too came out like the day after this came out. Like, Liam single-handedly accidentally lined his pockets.
Seen of Amber Heard, mate. I've never heard or seen of her.
That is
incredible.
Let's just let him do this the rest of the show.
This is going for hours. I'd be really careful what you...
This single-handedly proves that the Johnny Depp trial was toxic. The sound is gone. Okay, I'm just trying to not scream cry, but I have a better idea how to fix it now, which is a start. I think it's this one. And then you go back to this.
Did, bro, but I've been thinking about it.
That's impulsive.
I
have learned to fix it properly now, so it's a quick fix.
just don't, like,
Was that an accent?
Can you feel me in?
When Amber Heard...
Oh, fuck, we're not going down that road.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Stop it.
No, please go.
No, I can't.
Hey, cut the shit.
Parlay.
Cut the shit.
Let's not talk about that. No,
It's not right. I just was wondering...
Parlay. Everybody stop.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Let's talk
I'm the
about,
captain here.
let's
Okay?
talk about Chris Rock and Wilson.
Well, let's definitely not talk about that either. But parlay. Everyone just stop for a minute while I drink some whiskey and centre myself before we talk about more crap about my life. Oh, okay? Shush.
That's crazy.
It's very crazy.
It's just constant entertainment for you.
He called out a certain person to fight before the show started.
fucking
I just want to get into the guy you said before
who'd
the
you
show.
say?
I don't know. I'll fight whatever you want.
We told you we had him on the show one time.
Who? Johnny Depp. I'm not fighting Johnny Depp. He's a friend.
No, not Johnny Depp.
He's a freak.
He was a rapper, an American rapper.
Oh, Tekashi.
No, not 6ix9ine. It was Trippie Redd.
You don't want this. He doesn't want the smoke.
No.
I think he does want the smoke. He's always high.
That's a big problem for him though, because I'm not.
I really do think a fight between you and Bieber could be really interesting.
I would buy merch.
Oh, no shit.
I
It
don't
would
think
be one of the biggest fights
I
ever.
don't think he'd do it. I think he'd be very skilled to do it. No, I'm not calling him a pussy. I just don't think he'd do it.
The answer is me versus Liam Payne. In honor of Zayn Malik. It's just It's just Liam Battle Royale style against all of the, like, Zayn and, like, Louis stands. Oh my god. I am an ad for Windows laptops right now. This is actually nuts. I keep seeing it. It keeps changing and it won't let me just like keep it set, which is annoying.
Small routine for you.
Paul and Paul's.
5 minutes. Paul,
Really?
Paul and Paul's.
What part of
Paul and Paul's.
By the way, I'm gonna name my youngest child Paul, and his middle name will be Paul.
Off to a
Oh,
great
I thought you were going to say
start.
your name after me then, and I thought, why the fuck would you do that?
I'll do one. I'm gonna have a bunch, but my runt will be named Paul.
Runt?
He's gonna be a runt
Why?
because he's the youngest. He's a runt. That's what a runt is.
No, the runt's the
You're
smallest of the
bullying
bunch.
your smallest.
No, it's the smallest born
It's
puppy.
the smallest, not the youngest.
Google that shit.
Dude, that's why you call people.
I want a Pokemon card if you get it wrong.
A Charizard 10.
Whichever one.
A runt is the weakest one out of the group.
Smallest.
It's the smallest one, mate.
And not the weakest. The runts are usually they have to show up because they're the smallest.
Yeah, they grow.
And they go. And they,
oh, hang on, that's a very you don't know the way to put that phone down there.
You read something but didn't share it out loud.
Have we been corrected yet?
Which
You feeling
Pokemon
all right?
card are you giving him?
Which one are you going to give me? And don't make it a Squirtle.
A runt is the smallest. You're right. You were both right.
You owe me a Pokemon card.
Charizard.
No, it's not. Can't be one of them like zone cards where like they change into random crap. Like I want like.
I'll give you a good one. I got a bunch.
Give him those hot
back in
dogs.
the
They're going
Pokemon.
to the ground.
Oh, the Doug Trio.
No.
My Pokemon nerds. I'm gonna give Liam Payne a fucking Doug Trio.
Oh my god.
But it'll be a 10. It'll be a 10. I got
Aren't you having another box opening?
soon. Yeah. Very
Well, I was
soon.
really into something now. Now I'm fucking Doug.
Doug.
You're the worst member of the Hangover.
Let me show you which Pokemon I'm gonna give you.
Doug, Dougie, Doug.
What the fuck was
He's so drunk. It went out against Estesina. I might have to get off soon because it's being very rude to me. But if it keeps doing this like over and over and over again. But yeah, he's definitely drunk now, like for sure.
that? Look. This.
What,
Is that what really propels the dude?
So you know Pokemon?
Yeah, mate. Was I born?
Okay, so this is the one. It's a Doug Trio, but
Oh, he's a Doug Trio, but he's got my body.
because he's dug in the ground. He's dug in the ground, but that's what's happening underground.
No. Okay. Yeah.
And this is
That's
this.
not a Pokemon card. That's just porn for weirdos.
Yeah, what is that, bro?
I typed
weirdos for people who
I typed in
think
Doug
so.
Trio
I mean,
penis
to-
meme.
right.
Doug Trio
Why did
penis.
you Google that?
My history's weird.
Bro, do you want to
dive in?
That should be the internet joke.
Here we go.
Show your history.
Strapped
We'll
up.
all be fucked, won't we?
People toy.
I met people again last night.
He's great.
Bloody
He's
brilliant
fucking
people.
awesome, dude.
I had such a
I
long
hope he's
time.
all right though. I hope people are taking good care of him because he's a good kid.
My internet history on this computer is just me viciously trying to look up how to do audio on OBS for a Mac. It's just everything you could think of, then like for Mac because I don't know how anything works.
I wouldn't say a kid.
No, you know what I mean. No, he's
Yeah.
good. I don't mean that in a derogatory way.
Can I
at
ask you a
all.
question? The elephant in the room.
What elephant?
Why are you in Minneapolis at a Web3 conference? I'm sorry. I completely forgot to ask you this.
I am here because I had a phone call with Gary Vee and I phoned him and
Oh, it happens all the time.
bollocks. I had a phone call with Gary Vee and basically I was phoning him to help me out with my NFT project and I really like the project. So I did the drawing myself, everything that I do self-drawing, and then new characters I made myself. And I phoned him and he answered the phone on Zoom and was like, right, you got 15 minutes, don't ask me to do an NFT. And I was like, bollocks, no.
Oh, man.
He's left me out on his stick now because I don't
Give
really
you
know
a
what to
time limit?
So then we started talking about what we were doing. He's like, yo, I've been at home drawing toys too, the same as I was. And then he like linked with that. And then we showed him the whole mental health process and what we were going through with it and whatever else. And he's like, I love this project. He's like, I'm going to spit some.
No, but like literally, he simps for Gary Vee for the rest of the podcast, and it's like. Also, like I watched the Gabby Hanna podcast, and she's also an NFT bro now. I recorded that with Anna Marie Forcino, and it's lost on my other laptop right now. So I'm gonna try to retrieve it this weekend. Fingers crossed.
Some fire bars for you guys.
God,
This
you
is
said
45 minutes in of the 15 minutes I was supposed to have. I got triple the time. And our NFT was out before Gary's, any of the V friends. So if you want to buy the one of one Gary, you're buying it from me, to be honest with you. I am the original friend. You can befriend me via, what's the website called?
V-Friends?
No, it wasn't on V-Friends, it was on my own stuff. But yeah, he did some bars, let's say. Gary, he did. Like a child. It's really good. And I had Zed make the music, and I had a bunch of people on the back helping City Gabe.
Cool.
And basically the win-off for me was that I got my name in an art gallery somewhere from a picture I drew. But I owe Gary, so I'm here because of the fact that I owe him. He asked me to come and talk on the panel. I don't let people down. And yeah, he asked me to come out and do this. And also I support the creative. And what I like about these places with NFT culture more than anything is one of the 7 deadly sins is greed, right?
Yeah.
I believe we need to use greed against ourselves to get to the end because we can't deny our own ambition, right? There's a strong section of the community being one of the most beautiful words in the British language, that wants to help each other. And everyone I speak to is going...
Him saying the most beautiful word in the British language. I'm just gonna stop speaking English. I don't know about y'all. Ça, c'est la fin pour moi. Je n'ai jamais parlé. À ce moment aujourd'hui, je n'ai jamais parlé anglais pour toute ma vie. C'est la fin. Je ne veux pas parler anglais parce que cet homme ici, c'est des choses comme des dégueules. Je veux dégueuler.
I've got this project where I'm doing so-and-so. Oh, great, you know what? I know a guy that does so-and-so. All the people that are here right now, they only want to help. And this is a 10-year game. This is a 15-year game, 20-year game, however long you want to say it. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
This Web3 stuff is so far away. And that's what bothers me about it as a society. Is like, you already have multiverse technology, but we have one universe that we live in.
Yeah.
Start here and move outward.
The issue I've had, so I love that, and community is the biggest part of Web3 and
Yep.
NFTs by
And
far.
everyone wants to help each other, but there's a huge thing of this monetary greed that goes on in the back.
No more English. Not allowed. Ils y pensent, c'est décidé, vive la Québec. Vive la Québec libre. No, but like for real, man. I think I'm thinking about giving up English after that line, bro. Cringe.
Chilling and minting.
But and there's a lot of that. And so my question is this, because as I've walked around, I've been here for 2 days or a day and a half in this beautiful city, and like you go to the bathroom and somebody comes up to you with dusted ducks, and exactly what I thought was going to happen. You go to the next room, burnt bikinis.
That happened to me 5 times.
I just switched AirPods again, so the sound's doing the thing. Just a second.
Like how do you
Burnt bikinis.
Burnt bikinis.
Dusty ducks.
Like how do you make sense of like what's what?
Dude, you should just make names up for a living.
I do.
Oh, he's
I mean,
good.
I do.
He's solid.
That's why
Do
I
one
said,
more.
Toasted.
Ooh, put on the spot.
Oh, see, choke, you
Put
choke,
on the
choke,
spot.
toasted
and
turds.
failed.
Toasted turds. See?
That's the
Toasted
worst
turds.
good one.
Wow.
Toasted
Are
turds.
people pitching you projects, NFT projects?
Dude, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna make toasted turds the biggest thing NFTs I've seen. Like,
Oh,
once I go
get
home,
me up.
I'm gonna pay as many people as I can and just be like, throw the money at the walls, make toasted turds a thing. And they pop out of a little toaster, little turds with different faces. Like every
Liam Payne is single-handedly going to sell all of the like Quebec separatist language laws.
time they pop out, they're a little
My
different.
man's already
You
moved on
use
to
the,
creative.
you use the different shade of shit. You use the
Oh
exact
my God,
sound
what's
effect.
happening?
What's happening?
50 Shades of Shit. That's so funny.
That could be one of them.
50 Shades of Shit.
And when it pops out, you use the sound effect from when that guy choked out the dude in the jiu-jitsu studio.
Toasted
That little
turd.
fart that he let out.
You're not on board with this project. As your creative manager that I've been thrust into today, I thought
You don't want to talk about NFTs.
This is my first
So
week.
weird.
No, it's just
I'm
no,
probably
no. It's dude. I get approached. I got approached.
Okay, well, we're approaching you right now with the toasted turd.
I'm gonna
Are
tell
you
y'all.
now?
I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I tell every fucking person that's approached me at this
Dude,
conference.
don't embarrass me in front of my friends, man. Jeez.
Yeah,
this idea's the shit.
We've got a Discord with 50
This idea is the shit. The double
50,
deuce.
50 shades of shit.
Don't do this to me.
50 Shades,
Don't
bro.
do this to me, please. Not now.
We haven't told you about the
I can't
utility.
do this
We
right
haven't
now.
told you about the
Bro, you
utility.
get a free like toilet wipe with every
Forever.
Wipe.
For life.
You get a firm wipe where
It comes
like
with a bidet.
The Discord's got
you get one
15,000.
angel
There's a
poo a
coin.
day.
There's a coin attached.
You get one angel poo a day.
So that's why he's here.
You can get a royal flush
That's why
if
he's
you
here.
get all of the turds.
The rest of it's just NFT stuff, so I'm giving up. But I want to show you something. This is the person he's simping over for their NFTs.
Dink doink, you're my favorite coin. Want you to dink on my face, take a doink on my chest. Yeah, yeah. Dink doink, you're my favorite coin. Why don't you come on over? Take pictures of my feet. Yeah, yeah. Dink doink, you're my favorite coin. Why don't you?
This is the person that he's simping over for their NFT project. I have to remind everybody every time Logan Paul comes up. I can't let it escape.
Take my little sister to the prom, don't doink her, please. Dink doink, you're my favorite coin. You're my favorite coin.
Mika respect, what the fuck is this? So this is a crypto coin that Logan Paul was trying to pitch that essentially revolved around the money for the coin like feeding into this like cartoon. It was like cartoon meets crypto was like his whole thing. This failed miserably. $179 subscribers. Like this literally like crashed and burned like nothing. It was crazy. Please play this at Logan Paul's. Oh my god. This I want this. I want like this along with like the thumbnail of this video like on a t-shirt. That's so funny. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this playing really, really quietly in the background while we go through Liam Payne's Twitter.
You're my favorite coin. Dink doink, you're my favorite coin. My girlfriend says thank you for all the new girlfriends. Yeah. Dink doink at an all-time high. What is really
Oh my god, why am I the top tweet? Oh no.
Dink doink, you're my favorite coin. You turn my wallet into
Okay, so bedroom floor. Okay, so I need top, and then I need Okay, let's read some of these, and then we'll end the stream at 6:30. So, or EST, so 15 minutes from now. We're just gonna do this for a few minutes, and then we'll head out. Try searching Logan and Liam. And yes, I type fast because I have an English degree. Liam Payne is doing a podcast with Logan Paul, and Harry Styles performing at a sold-out Wembley Stadium in a few weeks. The levels is hilarious. I've seen that one. I liked this one. Liam Payne and Logan Paul talking about Zayn being a rude guy as if they didn't film a unalived person, and the other literally just cheated on his fiance. Oh, right, yeah. Harry Styles ate a scorpion and now drinking a salmon smoothie so they don't disrespect and embarrass their bandmates. And Liam Payne out there on Logan Paul's show talking shit about them. Oh, so Louis is doing full venues. Okay. I guess I shouldn't have believed Liam Payne. Like, really, I really shouldn't have. Like, because he said it was more intimate shows. That doesn't look like an intimate show, which, like, good for him, obviously. But I want to look up Liam Payne because there was one that I wanted to see that I saw a second ago. Oops. Why is this completely changed since, like, 30 seconds ago? Oh, my God, it's that guy again! Holy shit. Oh my God. Liam Payne get a restraining order against me challenge. You know what? Instantly. Okay. Is Lizzo... Wait.
Yeah, I don't know who lied to that poor boy, but we all know he was not the front. Yeah,
Oh, so she shaded him. I love that. Went up 8.14%. Oh my God. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. I understand these two. Oh God. Ew. This is some Kate. Well, I understand. I know who she is too. If you don't know, that's a member of Little Mix who left and then was just like talking mad shit about them all the time, but also blackfishing on a daily basis. Very iconic. I don't remember her name, to be honest. Wait, what does that say? Yeah, this is one of my favorites. How I sleep knowing I was never a Liam Payne girl. I saw this one the other day. Jessie Nelson. Yeah, that's her name. Or Nielsen? But I know who... Yeah, it's Jessie. That's her name. Yeah, no one on the planet thinks of Liam Payne first when thinking of One Direction. Yeah, this one too. Whoever threw Liam Payne against the wall is not my new favorite member of One Direction, actually. Wait, this is going to be another poll. We're going to speculate as a group. Who tried to fight Liam? I need to know. I saw a TikTok where people were trying to figure it out, and it was like that sound where everyone's talking at the same time, and then for a second they all say the same thing. And it was like everyone's agreed that it wasn't Niall. I thought that was quite funny. What else do we got here? Like, this is just I literally just like scrolled on this yesterday for like 2 hours. But see, Niall unfollowed Liam. Like, do we think that Niall tried to fight him? Like, let's be honest, guys. Maybe. You know, maybe it's a possibility. Girl. Oh my God. Wait, who's that? Oh my God, that's his fiance. And there's Louis and there's Harry. Oh my God. Stop. Virgo man. astrology girlies in the chat. I feel like I don't know enough about 1D lore to make a guess. That's fair. But Liam Payne follows Lewis, Zayn, and Niall. The one who shoved him against the wall has to be Harry. Oh my god! I'm obsessed. Someone's fucking sleuthing. I think he just doesn't follow Harry Styles because he's jealous of him, but this Kate person might have a point. New development in the poll. Everyone stop hating on Liam Payne. I'm tired of liking all the tweets. I don't blame Zayn for leaving One Direction. If I had to deal with Liam Payne almost daily, I'd want out too. Ooh, what's this? Maybe it was Louis. Oh my god. Oh wait, he responded? Besties, we're gonna read it. No sound. Oh, that's okay. I'll fix that. I'll replay it in a second. Just give me a sec. I'll go back.
From One Direction. Niall from One Direction. Zayn from One Direction. Harry from One Direction. And Liam I can't reach. Niall from One Direction. Zayn from One.
Maybe it was Louis, besties. Yeah, Liam said that too, that him and Louis didn't get along. I like this. Is Zayn's the top one? Yeah. It's interesting. If I were to like rank personally, I think I would have done Zayn, Louis, Niall. Sorry, Zayn, Louis, Harry, Niall. Instead of Zayn, Harry, Louis, Niall, if that makes sense. So let's see how he responded, because he actually did. So guys, I wouldn't normally comment on this stuff, but when it's your family, it's hard to let it slide. They mentioned a specific incident involving Zayn, which I responded to, but listen back to me, I didn't articulate myself as well as I could have. I was saying that there will always be things we disagree on, but I will always be on his side. That's family. Zayn is my brother, and I'll stand with him forever. Is that cap, chat? One's in the chat if that's cap, you think. Because that sounds kind of disingenuous. Because you literally in the same sentence said he's such a dick and called him like that weird word Wayne Malik or whatever. Thank you for the ones, besties, because I'm really like, okay, so apparently Liam Payne doesn't like spoons. So my friend of mine sent me this TikTok and I literally gut laughed. Wait, how do I do my, oh my god. Can I do my actual, like, sent inbox in here? Oh, no, it's this one. It's this one. Okay. So we're going to watch a really fun TikTok, but I'm going to get claimed for it, so I have to be careful also. But it's just, he literally asked me, he's like, I don't know what this means, but I think you'll get it. So I'll just, like, play it in short sequences so I don't get claimed. So the lore here is that apparently Liam doesn't like spoons, but now he's gonna be so broke because of the like podcast that he'll have to be a spoon maker in a factory that only plays Zayn Malik songs. That's pillow talk in the background. I gut laughed when I saw this. Like, I literally was like, it was humiliating how loud I laughed. Oh, not Shein haul, girl. Stop. I like your videos.
Some shit.
Stop. No, I don't. Yeah, you bought shit, bro. You bought Shein, bro. Jesus. I'm not hating on people who buy it in the sense of like necessity or anything like that. But when you're an influencer, you don't need to be buying Shein, bro. Like, come on now. Yeah, describe BTS. I don't really know much. I'm not going to comment on K-pop for obvious reasons. He's scared of loops, according to some online. Interesting. Loop spoons. Yeah, this. I don't understand what that's about. Like, I remember him saying he didn't like spoons, but I never understood what that referred to exactly. Like, in a deeper level than just like. So we all think Zayn fought him, which is interesting. Good to know. Good to know. I kind of getting more inclined that it might have been Louis. But like, Louis trying to fight somebody, I feel like that takes a lot. You know? Yeah, see? I just love that we all collectively agree that Niall Horan did not throw Liam Payne against the wall. I'm not into TikTokers fighting, but I'd be front row if Bryce Hall fights Liam Payne. Oh my god. Yeah, see, this person has a good point. They're thinking that... Is that just a picture of Robert Downey Jr.? Is that you? Oh my god, that looks like a... Okay, weird. Damn, okay. Liam Payne tried to bury headlines about him getting caught cheating on his fiancée from last week by spilling a bunch of questionable tea about One Direction on Logan Paul censored Logan Paul's podcast this week, and then getting absolutely dragged is so funny. I agree with that. That's really funny. Not Liam being Will Schuster. Yeah, I loved that. I liked that tweet also. Oh my god. If I was Zayn, I'd tweet who the fuck is Liam Payne and just turn off my phone. So, that's the One Direction tea for this stream, and I'm really happy I got to gossip with the girlies. The gays and the days. And I guess men, probably. My audience is like 97% female, apparently. So I don't know if that how accurate that would be. Especially on a One Direction theme stream. But alas. You know, there was a meme I saw that was like a crypto convention. And they had converted a bunch of bathrooms into men's bathrooms. And it's so funny because the first thing I thought of when I saw that was how when I went to the One Direction concert, they turned a bunch of the bathrooms into like women's bathrooms. Like it did the opposite. So I guess the opposite of a crypto convention is a One Direction concert. That's why we hate that Liam went so much. That's the answer. Alrighty, tidy besties. Any last requests, comments, whatever? This will have a description and everything, and I'll attempt to chapter it, maybe, afterwards. And, yeah, links down below once that's done. My TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Amazon wishlist, Patreon, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And, anything y'all might need. Also, feel free to send me DMs. You want to talk One Direction tea, whenever you want. And, yeah. I didn't even know them until this stream. Oh my god. Oh, DragCon had gender neutral bathrooms. I feel like that's fun. I feel like that's good. I'm also glad that Liam was never my fave. Like, this is like a collection of all of the people who aren't Liam girls thriving, to be honest. I feel that. Stan literally every other member of... Yeah. I feel that. Okay, guys. I've learned so many things this evening. Oh, boy. I feel like we all learned together. I learned that OBS Labs on a MacBook is just not the tea. But alas. Alright, besties. Faites une bonne soirée tout le monde. Because we can't speak English anymore because of that Gary Vee sentence. So, remember 3 things from the stream. We love spoons. Zayn Malik dropped merch that's really neat. And English is now illegal. Bye, everyone. Bye.